Hi, everybody. Wow. Morning. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I can't. I have genuinely been super excited about this session for 2 full weeks now. I cannot fucking wait to see what you idiots are going to come up to. This is going to be brilliant. Um, so last session, the party returned from their adventures at the Tower of Storms. Attended a party in the Stonehill Inn, thrown by their erstwhile potential patron, Halbricht Thornton. Halbricht, unbeknownst to the party, announced them as protectors of the realm of Phandalin, and then asked them for some help in installing him as mayor. The the Broken Blades then went on to persuade the two sort of holdout members of the town council, Toblin, Stonehill, and what do you call it that works in the Lianna Greywind? Yep, thank you, Lianna, from the Lion Shield Costa, through a series of persuasion checks and other attempts to join up and sign on with Halbricht with some conditions. And then the party went to speak to the current mayor, Harbin Wester, about it. Couldn't find him. He wasn't answering his door. There didn't appear to be anyone home. So where we find our party now is having broken in, searched every inch of his what else would you call it? You teleported into his dining room and then opened the door for the rest of the party. You broke in, yeah. I mean, it's not breaking and entering because you didn't technically break anything. It's still, yeah. So then, having searched the entire house, Vale used her wand to find a secret door underneath the kitchen island, down into, well, we don't know yet. We shall see. That is where we find our party. So the kitchen island opened up under your lock picking checks, and flight of stairs opens in front of you. Can I have a marching order for proceeding down the stairs, assuming that's what you would like to do? Okay. So you can see light at the bottom of the stairs. It looks to be pretty well lit. Yeah. Yes, okay. Let me just move this around on my screen. So Vale's going first, checking for traps. Who was behind Vale? Norris. It's okay.
Audio issue.
Yeah, back. No, yeah, back. I just hadn't. You should be there now.
We're just, just making sure that his paranoia doesn't get us killed.
Okay. There's no answer. No answer.
Yeah.
To your shouts. Okay, so you're checking at like so on the stairs that you're walking down, you're checking for traps in front of you.
I'm checking for traps as constantly.
Okay. Okay. This is going to require more than one perception check.
No, I'm not just looking. I'm like investigating. Like I'm like
investigation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll make an investigation check for the stairs.
We're frozen.
6.
Oh yeah, you're frozen on screen as well.
There does not appear to be any traps.
Unless Nico and Vale are being very still.
No.
Oh, there we go.
No.
There we go. Okay.
I'll get right to fuck.
Get in the frame, man.
Oh yeah, get the little boxes out.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
My parrot dance got missed because I got anyway. It's fine.
Okay.
Whatever. I got a 6 on my investigation, so if there are traps, I probably don't see it.
So no sign of any traps.
Okie doke. Moving on.
What? Why is that like that? Okay. So you make it to the bottom of the stairs, unscathed.
Sweet. Nice.
And what you see in front of you looks to be a pretty sort of serviceable apartment. He has obviously taken his time to build himself a panic room that he can sort of quite comfortably live in. Over to one side against the wall, you see like a kind of old upright piano, which he's obviously kind of using to keep himself entertained. There's a sort of chimney breast, which would appear to go kind of up, like through where the sort of main dining room would be through the fireplace there. And set in front of that are 2 quite comfortable looking armchairs. There's a bottle of some kind of brownish liquid sat on the table in between those 2 chairs. There's a nice big kind of ornate rug laying in the middle of the room, sort of hunting trophies up on the walls. What does strike you as you enter is that over in the far corner of the room there appears to be a sort of makeshift barricade has been erected over there. Sort of higgledy-piggledy of furniture and like chests and looks like bedroom furniture, like bookshelves and chests of drawers and all sorts of stuff like that has all sort of been piled up. In a corner against the back walls.
Harbin Wester.
I bet you're behind that furniture.
In case I use guiding bolt.
Wait, how would he? Hold on.
Eldritch Blast. Come on, Nico.
No.
So you hear a voice from behind the barricade. Get the fuck out of my house!
Wait, how did you pile all this furniture up here when you are on the inside?
Get out of my house now!
We need to talk to you.
I don't give a fuck what you need. Get out of my house immediately.
Harbin Wester, you're not going to be mayor anymore.
He's like, whoa, that's heavy. Shit got too real.
What's your AC?
Mine? 16.
Okay. A crossbow bolt just flies past your head,
bitch.
And embeds itself in the wall. That was a long shot. Anymore you will not be so lucky. Get out of my house.
I'm gonna swing back around into the stairway so that he can't shoot at me again, and I'm gonna yell again. What's about you not being the mayor anymore? You're not going to be mayor, okay?
No answer. You can just hear the sound of a crossbow being reloaded.
Wait, we just need you to agree not to be mayor, and then we will leave.
Who sent you? Crossbow.
No one's.
That's complicated.
No one's sent us. We came here to talk to you like civilized human beings, but you've made it very, very difficult.
You just hear like incredulous noises of like, you fucking broke into my house.
Well, you didn't exactly leave us with an alternative,
Technically-
did you?
Technically,
You could've
we
fucked
haven't
off.
broken into your house.
What does a locked door normally mean to you, sir?
A challenge?
Oh, we forgot to tell you we killed the dragon. The dragon is dead.
Right now, I'm more terrified of you than any dragon.
What the fuck
Well,
is
then
wrong
come
with
out and
this
talk to us.
guy? Why is this guy like this, guys? People, like, what is going on? Why is this guy like this? I don't understand. I don't know what that means.
He's so
Can we-
scared of everything.
Can we see him from from the bottom of the stairs where we were a minute ago? Like we could see the barricade. Could we see through to the other side of that barricade?
Like the way you could, like where he's standing up, he'd sort of be in half cover, but like right now he's sort of hunkered down with his back to the barricade, reloading.
Told
his
John, just
crossbow.
let me guiding bolt it. Send it right in.
Can we use
He's-
any attacks on his little fort?
I don't think I want to attack him, but I think I've
I
got something.
kinda
Yeah, I
do.
kind of want to attack him now.
I've got something I want to do, but I'm not so sure it's the wisest thing in the world.
Well,
You're gonna put a dark field thing.
run it
over him.
No.
past the team, Nico. What do you want to
I
do?
know. Wait, I want to misty step behind that barricade and then just slap the shit out of him. Like I
Oh,
don't want to.
I
I don't want
like
to
that,
attack him. I
What
don't
if
want to
he has
attack
a
him.
knife?
I just want to slap him.
I mean, what's he gonna do? He's not gonna take him out, is he?
No, I just want him to come. I just want him to like.
Just terrorize him even more. It's
Yeah,
fine.
exactly. I just want to.
It's okay. We're already this
Come on.
deep. You might
I just
as well
wanna smack
guide
some
him.
Teleport
sense
behind
into this
him,
guy.
grab him by the scruff of the neck, and just tell him to calm down.
You sit by the scruffy neck.
By the scruff of the neck.
Oh,
Okay. You're welcome to give that a go if you wish.
Yeah. Okay. Why not?
did me go and get stabbed?
Yeah, I'm gonna move to the bottom of the staircase, and then how many feet have we got? One. I can't see the grid
I'm
lines.
happy.
Oh, okay.
It's 40 feet would take you inside there.
Okay, so I need to get 10 feet closer then.
So as you step into that, the antlers on the moose trophy on the walls start to spark.
Oh, fun.
Shit.
All right.
I would like to look for traps.
So between the points of the antlers, like sparks start to like to like arc between like the points of the antlers, and like suddenly like a bolt of lightning just shoots straight down that line. And yeah, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Fun.
Hope you make it.
Yeah, me too. Constitution, I'm decent at, but we'll see. Not like that. 8.
Okay, you take 8 points of lightning damage.
Ow. All right, now I'm pissed.
Now can we Eldritch Blast his stupid fort?
yeah, that's what
Let
I'm gonna
that
do.
be a warning to you from behind the barricades, Westers. There's
It's
more,
still a warning to you.
more than that awaits you if you step further.
All right, so I'm not gonna shoot at him, but I want to Eldritch Blast the barricade.
Okay.
If that shit reflects,
Roll an attack.
Well, Nico.
16.
Yes.
Yeah, it's roll damage.
15.
Yes.
15 points of damage to the barricade. Okay. So you the kind of makeshift barricade, your Eldritch Blast, kind of forming in your hands, that familiar, red and black glow around your hands. You loose it towards the barricade, and it's sort of Eldritch Blast is force damage, right? So like it's like a powerful sort of hammer strike, and just sort of splinters of wood and metal and bits of furniture go flying. You've made a kind of reasonable sized hole through the barricade.
I'll choose this moment to say, after I've taken the lightning damage, you can tell Nico's getting good and pissed, and I will give you one chance to put your weapon down. Trust me, I am far scarier than you are.
You won't like him when he's angry.
He bit a harpy.
He did bite a harpy, Harbin.
What's your AC?
17.
So so Wester pops his head into the hole and he says, "You'll never take me alive!" And as he wheels his crossbow around, lets loose a shot. You take 16 points of piercing damage. I rolled 2 8s on a 2d8.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going to.
You might want to back up.
I'm going to do stuff. Hold on. I need to zoom in because I'm all zoomed out.
16. Okay. Wow. Yeah, that hurts.
Where am I? Is that 2? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Wait, is it shift to? Nope. This. Nope. This. Nope. This. Nope. This. Nope.
What are you trying to do?
I'm just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going. Okay. You never finished your turn, by the way. I'm gonna step up here. Do I get shot by the thing? By
No,
the antlers, or is it
he's still
extended?
reloading. He's still
I'm gonna
reloading.
misty step back here, and I'm gonna pop him, but with like non-lethal damage. So like the back of my real dagger, not my psychic dagger.
So like an unarmed attack.
No, with my dagger, but with like the butt of it, not the blade.
Right. So so it's an attack with a dagger that's not a piercing damage attack.
Yeah,
So it
sure.
would be like a number of club.
Sure.
Sort of thing.
Yeah, like when someone hits someone with a gun in a
so
gun.
so it's we'll call it call it an unarmed melee attack then, really, because if you're not trying to stab him with a blade, you're just kind of giving him a clunk with your fist in the handle.
Good old conk.
We'll call it
So that's just the D4 plus my strength.
D4 plus your strength.
Oh
Whack.
wait. No,
Yes.
it's just 1
Yes,
damage.
Monty.
Actually, it's literally just 1 damage. I'm not gonna do that. Never mind. I don't think. Actually, hold on. I misty stepped in. I can only use that once, so I can't do that anyway. That's my bad.
Well, like
I already
if
used my misty step.
if you want to you just rewind that, you can rewind it.
Yeah. Well, I can't misty step, so.
Oh, of course, it's right. You already used it.
I only
didn't
can
you,
use
to
it
get in?
once per day, and I used it last
Yeah,
time. I
you
just
used it.
remembered that.
I mean, I have
Yep.
passed without a trace, but I don't know what to do once we get there.
Pass with
Little
it.
late.
It's just
Little
I
late
think he
for
knows
that.
we're here.
he knows you. Pass with it. It's
Hmm.
just advantages, stealth checks.
Isn't
I
I
think
think
it
it's
goes-
+10 to stealth checks.
Ah, yeah.
Way I look at it, we got 2 options. We can either leave or we can kill him.
I don't think we should. I do not think we should kill him. I think that's a bad idea.
Oh,
I
the
think-
wound
I
in
think-
my
I think
shoulder
we-
says otherwise.
I think we need to well, we did enter without his permission. So I think that what we should do is just like unless we entered without his permission. So technically, he's probably in the right for shooting us. But I don't understand why he doesn't want to talk to us. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't like this guy. I want to kill him, but I don't think we should. I think that's a bad idea.
I mean, let's think about
we
this.
kill him, we
What's
could
the
just die.
worst that could happen if we kill him? Because he's in his basement.
Well, worst
Somebody
thing
will
that could
notice
happen
he's
is that
missing
it's-
eventually.
And also, it's a bad decision. He's
You
just
don't
a
have to-
person who's very scared.
We don't have to
We
take the
broke
pure
into his
path every
house.
time.
What do you mean? What's the worst that could? You don't want to just murder people? Come on. Jesus.
might
I
be.
mean,
Yeah.
God. You cannot just murder people.
You just nearly murdered my friend.
Because we broke in. What the fuck is happening right now?
I would like to remind you that you were the one who jumped in through the window.
That has that has nothing to do with this current situation.
Yeah, she ain't trying to kill him though.
Well, you want to talk about us the rights and wrongs of us breaking in? You were the one who
Alright,
broke down the door.
I am just going.
You're
to,
hardly
he does not-
blameless
He
here.
does not want to talk to us. I think it is time
Well,
to go.
let's just leave him with these parting words. There's a conspiracy. Well, there's a conspiracy to get you out of being mayor, and from if you don't want to speak
It's
to
not
us,
a
then all we
conspiracy.
can.
It's out to the open. It's not a
Well,
conspiracy.
Well, people are
Everybody
conspiring.
knows.
If you're
Well, it feels like it's
So if you,
spy
well,
shit.
if he doesn't want to save his position, then we'll just leave, and
I don't understand.
that'll be the consequence.
the decent thing to do would be to abdicate your position. If you're so interested in staying down here in your damn bunker, Nico's pissed.
So as you're talking and sort of shouting your venom back at Wester, the sword that up until now has been leaning up against one of these armchairs just starts to lift up and sort of float towards you menacingly, point out. It's not attacking, but it's sort of giving you, it's like trying to sort of prod you back out the door
Are we being broomed out of someone's house?
by a large flying longsword, and Wester's behind there going, "Just get out of my house. Allow me to deal with the affairs of my office in my own way."
Okay.
And the
Fine.
the sword is still sort of floating towards you and trying to poke you out the door.
Alright, that's fine. We'll
Yeah.
leave.
I'll
But
leave.
remember, there's
more
unfinished
words.
business here, Wester.
Once we get out, once I'm out of earshot of Wester, I wonder if we could get him to come out if I just burned his damned house down.
This is going to bite us in the ass. I never should have gone in. I never should have done it.
No, well, we don't need to feel guilty. We were just trying to.
I don't feel
speak to the guy.
guilty. I just know that there are consequences to actions, and this action is going to have a consequence. And it's based on what he said. I think I fucked us. Oh well,
I think we'll be alright.
it happens. It's just
Fine.
Phandalin. I mean, who cares?
We'll deal with it when the time comes. Like I said, you can tell at this point Nico's good and pissed, and he's
How's that shoulder?
the sooner I get out of this god's damned town, the better.
I know
We're at
it's
sworn
harder-
protectors now, Nico. We have to stay.
I do feel. I feel like for some of us, our egos are bruised. But we should not let that cloud our decisions. So, like, I'm glad that we did not decide to murder him because it crossed my mind.
It's
Do
still
not let it
crossing
be around.
mine.
Yeah. I'll move Nico.
So
One day.
as you all
Wisp,
sort of-
is there anything that you can do for him? Can you give him some healing from your?
Oh, should I wait? Me? Nah.
Yes. No.
Don't worry
okay.
about it.
No,
Nah.
I'm just kidding.
It's
I could
fine.
probably heal him a little bit. I'm trying to, like, I want to. I don't know.
Don't worry about it. I don't
Oh,
get the impression
Hale,
it's
you
gonna
could have
matter too
used
much.
psychic connection. You could have got into his head.
I like this is the thing. I'm trying to like. I want to use changeling things, but I think he's seen me already, so it doesn't matter.
Actually, I got an idea. Does Wester seem to be making any move to follow us out of his house?
No, but what did happen is you
Sword followed us
got
out.
back up the stairs back into the kitchen after like a couple of beats. The
sword still
the kitchen
following us?
island sort of locked back into place. You heard like a kind of mechanical sound of it locking back up.
Is the sword still following us?
No, it stayed at the top of the stairs.
Okay. I'm gonna look over at Vale, still kind of angry. Vale. No, I got the names mixed up.
Mm.
Vale, you unlocked one of his bedroom doors, didn't you?
I'm pretty sure all the doors are unlocked.
Mhm.
Wisp, go steal a set of his clothes.
Uh,
I have an idea.
Oh, I know. I think I know what you're thinking.
uh,
Are you thinking Wisp could impersonate Harbin Wester and renounce.
I
his
mean,
position?
I get it, but
Why not? Sounds
It's an
fun.
idea.
I mean, it's an idea, but
Besides, if he never leaves his downstairs, he's not going to miss one set of clothes anyway.
not worried about stealing the clothes.
What are you worried about portraying him as a person?
Like, I don't mind portraying people to get him out, but to like pass things off as him, I don't know about that.
Okay.
No, just Nico just kind of
Like, are you trying to get me to make decisions for him?
Well, I mean, technically, if you
It was a-
impersonate him, we could tell the other members of the council that he gives up his position.
But then when they actually talk to him, though,
They won't be able to because he never leaves his damn
he lives
house.
in his house.
By then it'll be too late. They'll-
There'll be a new bear, and our mission will be complete.
I don't know. It's
I think it was a good idea.
yeah. Seeing the fact that not everybody is on board with it, and he just kind of waves his hand, just like
Fine.
fine, whatever.
Sometimes you just have to let the world figure itself out.
all right. So
Who do we need to talk
We're
to?
still in
We
his
need
house.
to go to Halbricht. No,
What
I
should we
left.
do?
I'm out. I'm
Yeah,
outside.
we're-
Oh, you're
We're
outside.
outside, yeah.
Yeah.
So who have we convinced so far? Remind me.
Well, we talked to both, right? We talked to
Yep.
Lenine. We talked to Toblin.
So we
Toblin
need
had
to
stuff. We need to talk to Halbricht to make sure
Yeah.
that he can fulfill the promises that we soft pitched.
Yeah.
Yeah, we convinced
Oh, yeah.
everyone who needed convincing. The
Oh
only
yeah,
reason
they all
we were
had
going,
they all had things they wanted in
well-
return, didn't they?
Yes, they both wanted things in return. Lenine
Yeah.
wants a promise to sign a contract with the Lion Shield Coaster, or the Lion Shield, to so that they are the supplier of equipment for the local garrison.
Threatening land.
And
Yeah.
then Toblin wants to open a brewery, which is very sweet, actually. I like that idea. I
Oh.
think it would be very cool.
Yeah.
And he wants to be given land. And he wants a 2,000 gold investment from 1,000 gold investment from from their mayor, from the town, in order to start his brewery, because it's cost 2,000. He didn't even ask for it all. He probably could ask for it all, but I don't.
Yeah.
Anyway, he just wanted 1,000 gold.
we came here looking for information on Halbricht. You know, trying to
Did we?
see. That was why I came here.
That's
I don't
why
go
I
in-
came here.
I don't
I
go
came
into
here
bit.
just kind of just wanted to see what Harbin Wester would do.
No, I wanted Wester's perspective on Halbricht. I don't go into
Yeah.
business with someone without knowing their dirty secrets.
I think it's going to be interesting to see how it all shakes out.
Well, I'm thoroughly convinced that they can't do any worse for town leadership than what they have now.
Exactly.
True.
Exactly.
So, if the man wants to stay in his bunker, then pardon my vulgarity, but fuck him.
It is so weird, isn't it? But I don't not understand how he can be mayor and act the way he does.
Well, if we have our way, if I have my way, I'm starting to take this personally. It won't be for very
why
much
are you
longer.
taking it personally?
They shot me.
Well, we broke into his house. If somebody broke into your house, would you not shoot them?
I would at least talk to them.
Would you really? I would fucking shoot them. I would try to kill them if they tried to break into my house.
Someone did try to break into my house.
I
Once.
think it's. And then what happened? Then tell me what happened. What happened?
My family was murdered.
Oh,
And then with that, he just turns around and keeps walking.
that is a different. Okay.
Oh, that changed the mood, guys.
Let's go to Halbricht.
Let's go to Halbricht.
Okay. So, late afternoonish, you make your way down towards the miners' exchange. Halbricht is sort of nowhere to be seen, but the same sort of 3 or 4 clerks that you've seen before are busy dealing with the sort of last of the day's customers.
Go ask
you
if
enter.
go and ask and see if anyone's seen him.
One of the little gnomes behind the counter sort of recognises you coming in and goes, "Oh, hello! You're looking for the boss? I'll just go and get him." And he sort of
Oh, I
scampers
did
off.
not hear boss. So confused.
Just at that, Thornton comes back out, greets you again, just like in his work attire, his kind of hatty coat. As he sort of shrugs that off and comes around the counter and kind of puts on his much finer coat and greets you. That's my friends. Good afternoon. How goes our your little tasks?
Well, we've
Well.
spoken to your council members.
All right. Come back in. Step into my office.
Okay.
So he kind of leads you back through into a pretty small, well-used office. Sort of thinking of sort of spilled whiskey and
Of
pipe
lies?
smoke. There are sort of ledgers piled up on either side of his desk, and sort of cabinets around them. Right in the middle of his desk, like where like an old school you would see like an ink pot or something like that. He just has this large gold, like unrefined gold nugget. So like a rock with like gold running all through it, like about the size of like an American football, just sort of sat pride of place right in the middle of his desk. There's 2 seats opposite him, and as he goes kind of back round and sort of drops himself into his like large sort of well-worn leather wingback chair. It looks really comfortable. He sits himself down, picks up his pipe, packs it with tobacco, like you said, takes a big puff. Right then, tell me all about it. He sort of
Wester is a
smoking his
fucking
pipe.
asshole.
What happened with Wester? Did you see him?
I'm just gonna point at the hole in my shoulder. Do I still have a bolt sticking out of that, or did I take it out?
Unless you've taken it out, you will still.
Yeah, I'm just gonna point. I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm just gonna point at it.
Okay,
We should
we are
probably
going to tell
fix
you
that.
the absolute truth because you need to know because you are going to have to help with this, okay? All right. So we went over there and we knocked on the door and he did not answer. So I stepped into his house, right? And then I let everybody in and we looked around looking for him. We did not steal anything. We did not mess with anything. We found a secret passage underneath his kitchen island. We went down there and he told us we needed to leave and that he would not talk to us about anything. We just wanted to talk to him about his duties as the mayor, and we wanted to talk to him. I guess we also wanted to talk to him about you because we don't know who you are really. And then he shot Nico, and then we were like, "Fuck this, we're out of here." And then he broomed us out with a sword. So that is one thing that happened.
Floating sword.
So this whole time, Thornton's just been sitting like with his pipe in his mouth, but open mouthed, listening. And as you finish talking, he sort of takes a big puff, puts his pipe down, sort of pinches the bridge of his nose, and he exhales a big cloud of smoke. So let me get this straight.
No, nothing good ever starts with that phrase.
You broke into his house.
Could say
No,
that, I guess.
technically not
If you
breaking.
really want to put it that way, yes, we broke into his
No,
house.
unlocked his
Did he
door.
invite you in?
Break nothing.
No.
All right, you broke into
We
his
trespassed.
house. You
Why everybody has to? It's like I know it's semantics, but
Why is that the part of the story that everyone's getting hung up on?
I mean, it is an important part. Very important.
Difference in years for punishment.
then I've been in Western House. It doesn't have a basement.
Oh, it does.
You haven't been to that part of the house.
So he has a secret basement.
Yes.
So you've searched his house. You've broken in. You've ransacked his house.
We did not ransack it. We
You
just
found
like,
his secret basement.
Okay.
And then when you've and then he shot you. He fucking shot one of you. You've been walking around the town with a crossbow bolt sticking out your shoulder.
Yes.
Fucking hell!
It's fine.
He opens the drawer of his desk, pulls out a bottle of whiskey and grabs a mug, and he just pours like a mug of whiskey, puts the and he just sort of sits back and he takes a drink, puts his drink down, picks up his pipe, and he goes, "Please tell me the fucking good news."
Who wants to tell him the good news?
I'll tell him, considering we have received assurances with provisos from our two holdouts. If you could meet their conditions, they're willing to support your candidacy for mayorship.
That's a bit better. What
Yes,
are the conditions?
They're reasonable.
We think. Lenine Greywind is seeking a contract for the Lion Shields. Here, she when you begin bolstering the garrison, the militia, she wants the Lion Shields to be contracted for their equipment, for their outfitting.
Win-win, I'd say.
I'd probably have been doing that anyway, so that's not a problem.
That's what we thought as well. Vale, did I forget anything?
For Lenine?
Yes.
No. That
Okay.
is all she wanted. She wanted to
Toblin.
get the fuck out of here.
Yes. Yeah, she doesn't seem quite keen on staying here for very much longer. Our friend Toblin wants land to build a brewery and 1,000 gold in seed money for the venture.
That actually would be very good for Phandalin, because then Stonehill Ale, or whatever the fuck he wants to call it, Stonehill will be produced out of Phandalin, and then that is another way to get the name out. Another way to get people to visit and stop.
Boost the local economy.
His jobs, and stability, and I've tried his beer. It's fucking great.
Yes, I asked him about that. By the way, he said that the recipe that he intends to use, that he's been using, is not the one that he has been using. That he didn't have the supplies for it, and if whatever his family recipe is an improvement on what he has now, that's no doubt there'll be no doubt in my mind. It'll be one of the finest in the land.
Yeah, all right.
In the very least on the Sword Coast.
Yeah, I mean, there's some spare land at the back of the inn. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, we can do that, I think. All right, so
this is the good news.
All right. Yeah, the good news is pretty good. The bad news is still pretty bad. But the good news is,
you know what? This is what we
Wester still has his supporters in town. He's still a powerful man here.
No one speaks to him though.
He's still the mayor. End of the day, all he has to do is fucking write to Lord Neverwinter, tell him about a fucking rogue party of adventurers terrorizing him and breaking into his house.
Wait, what if they were never there? It's just his growing paranoia that is making him
we'll
be
out
very
crazy.
You know what I mean? He's
Are
not
you trying to gaslight him?
We are.
him. No, who cares about him? I mean, I'm just saying, like, what
if we make him
there?
think he's fucking crazy?
Right, okay.
You know, and I'm just gonna turn and look at Wispin. You know,
I mean,
that
I get
is
it.
not a terrible idea.
I mean, he is crazy.
All right,
And
I'll go get his
think-
clothes.
And think about this. We told, was like, and I'll point at Thornton. We told you that we went. No one saw us go in, and the only witness is Wester himself.
Also, how does he send a letter?
Yeah, he doesn't leave his house.
Does somebody come by to his house? Like, I don't understand. Do I need
Maybe
to do a
we should
stakeout
just
and
send
watch
him
for
a
I
somebody
mean,
letter.
to come
somehow
to
he
his door?
can make a massive sword chase us. So maybe he can send, do something. I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe he has some
that is
powers.
a good point.
And
Right.
just-
He
Oh,
doesn't have any
way-
powers as far as I know. He's just a normal.
He
A
made the
normal
sword
man.
float. He had the floating sword that he was
Had a-
controlling.
Freaking
Yeah.
laser
And the secret
zapping moves.
basement.
Yeah, the gnomes make those. They got that from the gnomes.
Oh.
God make them.
Yeah,
Mm,
Okay.
the
I've
source
got
of
one.
names.
As well.
might have
Very handy.
might
Very
have
handy
to
for
have
home protection. Gives you a look and a snide look as he says that.
Listen, we were not going in there to steal anything. We literally just wanted to talk to him.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to talk. Regardless, it was a stupid thing that you did.
You're right. You're right.
he still has his supporters. He's still the mayor of this town. He could still be very problematic. I'll have to reach out to him and try and
Tell
get him
it was a
along
mistake.
to
Tell
the
him-
council meeting anyway. So I will try and smooth this over with him. But
Yeah, tell him
Don't-
we're sorry,
don't.
please.
No, don't do
If
I
you're
that.
am-
gonna do
I
anything
tell
like
him I
that
am
again, run it
sorry.
past me first. Speak to me first.
What's his favorite baked good? I will make it, and then I will put it on his doorstep.
Bake?
Oh, no.
I don't know. I can try.
Can you bake him?
Probably, maybe. I don't know. Probably not. I don't care. I won't figure it out.
Like, here's your favorite meal, dies of food
I-
poisoning.
I wouldn't go leaving anything on his doorstep. He'll
What
just
if I
think
figure out how to teleport it into his house?
he'll just think it's poison. That it's someone trying to kill him.
To give
Just-
him gifts to say sorry for breaking in.
You're just
I like
creating
it.
more fuel for the fire. Just leave him alone. Let me try and smooth this over.
Just so fun to prod.
I think the only way we're going to make amends with him is if we deal with this damn dragon.
But even when I told him
Well-
that we had killed the dragon, he did not change.
Well, that only
No.
fuels the fire that he's
I told-
crazy. So
I told him that we killed the dragon.
I think at this point he's probably more scared of you than he is of the fucking dragon.
Can you just
he
tell
said
him
that
we
actually.
were- Wait,
I like
he
it
did.
that way.
Wait, can you just tell him that we had too much to drink and we were just joshing around, and everything we said meant nothing, and we were just, and we are very sorry for scaring him.
I still
Yeah.
like the option of pretending we didn't go down there at all and just letting him think we did.
But we have to think about the consequences of our actions, and I don't know that that is going to work. I mean, not that it has to. I mean, again, like fuck it, shit happens, right? But like, we'll just see how it shakes out. Whatever,
Yeah.
whatever you want.
So
All right, it's going to take me a few days to put together a town council meeting, and I don't know how I'm going to get Wester to come along to it now, but I will try my best. I think it might be best if you lot take tonight and then in the morning make yourselves very scarce.
Yes, that's what we will
I'm
do.
sure we can
Let's
find an
do that.
adventure.
Exactly.
There are some jobs on the job board. I suggest you pick them up.
Yes.
I believe we already.
How many
those are
days have passed since last session and this session? Any? Is it the same day?
Same day.
Same day.
No. That means my armor's not ready. Big sad.
Yeah, I think tomorrow would be. I think we've had a day since you ordered it, so it would be tomorrow that it would be ready.
The jobs he's referring to, are those the three that we picked up a few sessions ago?
Yep.
Yeah,
Butter
those
Skull,
three.
Loggers Camp, Mountain Toe.
Mhm.
Mountain's Toe. That one still makes me laugh.
Give me a sec. This one.
Okay, well, good luck, Halbricht.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Okay. I don't know which
Okay.
one we want to do first.
I know which one
'cause
I'd
we
prefer.
I don't have the big. I don't have the big map.
I can't remember the. I can't remember the locations either because I don't have the big map. But like my preference, personally,
Mm.
would be Butterskull Ranch. The
Oh,
orcs.
there's also that green dragon cave that
Yeah.
we heard about.
The post.
There was a green dragon cave somewhere.
Do we have the big map, DM,
Yes.
with the locations of our?
Oh,
Oh,
There we go. Okay.
wait, Halbricht,
hello.
can you buy this sea glass statue?
Jamie?
Yeah, it's I think it is a 9-inch. 9 inches? Wow. Anyway, 9.
Impressive. Most impressive.
Most impressive.
Hold on.
You and me,
It's
like this.
I think it's a 9-inch sea glass statue.
Okay.
What the fuck is it? It's a. I'm really bad at notes. Here it is. Just
9-inch
kidding.
tall blue quartz statuette of a mermaid.
Yeah, and you said it was sea glass. Made
It's a-
by a skilled craftsman.
It's a pretty thing. About 50 gold.
50 gold! Alright, fine. I don't care. What do you guys think? Approve?
Yeah, 50's fine.
Alright, 50 gold. Everybody gets 10 gold.
Hey.
Excellent.
Considering he played damage control, I'm fine with just give it to
Yeah.
him. Go.
Done.
Okay. So, your business with Thornton concluded for now. He sort of shoos you out of his office. Let me go and let me get on with things. And
Drinking more whiskey.
late evening, kind of 6:30 p.m. The time is yours.
We were. The locations of the new places aren't on the big map.
Yes. So, what is it? Butterskull Ranch
Mm-hmm.
is way over there.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That's a ways away.
What's the other one? Mountain's Toe?
Loggers. Mountain's
Loggers,
Toe.
yeah, Mountain's Toe Gold Mine and the Loggers Camp. Neverwinter Woods along the river.
Mountain's Toe Gold Mine is the closest. It's right there.
Oh.
And then the Loggers Camp.
Alright. And I want to say that green dragon.
So that was
No.
that was sort of described as north of here, between and kind of in the grassland between the High Road and the Neverwinter Woods.
The green dragon resting place was discovered between here and Neverwinter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, this. I feel like we could go in the grasslands and not near the high road. I'm assuming we're going back to the inn and sitting around a table discussing this.
Seems like the right place to do that.
Okay.
If we go northwest and walk in the grasslands to look for this green dragon, resting place. And we go up and we just look for it, and then we can swap over to the Loggers Camp, and then Butterskull, and then Mountain's Toe, and then straight back to Phandalin. But I don't know how you feel about that.
Yeah, it'd be a good leap.
Or the opposite way. Mountain's Toe, Butterskull, Loggers Camp, down the high road.
Whichever one's going to get me into the path of something to drink fastest.
Golden Mine, Mountain's Toe.
Like
Camels
in-
don't go
in-
mine.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm doing a terribly good job of conveying it, but like even now that we're away from Wester and all of that nonsense, you can sort of see that Nico is still starting to become a little more irritable. He's getting twitchy.
Are you hangry?
More than a little bit, unfortunately.
Well, are you going to do fine throughout the night, or do we need to go for a hunt tonight?
Kind of thinks.
Because it looks like Mountain's Toe is probably a day away. I'm assuming. It looks like.
I'll manage.
There, so. So,
I think I've caused us enough trouble for one day.
so
I think you can take sole blame for that.
Well,
so the dragon barrow is going to be like probably depending on how well you do finding it, 2 or 3 days to get to. So it's going to be 2 or 3 days in the wild, so there would be ample opportunity to sort of hunt there as well. Obviously, the Mountain's Toe, it's closer, and only about a day's walk away, but up to yourselves how you want to.
But the Mountain's Toe is also just a escort mission. I don't think that you should drink from our quarry.
Probably not. Generally frowned upon in most
But
civilized
I mean,
circles.
we could hunt along the way. I don't know if you have if your particular hunger necessitates a specific kind of source.
And just sort of shake his head. If I had an answer to that, I would tell you, but I don't.
So there is nothing that is particularly filling or lasts longer, anything like that?
It tastes
Sorry.
best when the target is still alive. The harpy's the most satisfying thing I've had in weeks. That's
kind of disturbing, Nico.
Yeah, that's dark.
one day I'll tell you the full story, but not tonight, please.
So I should not ask you about your family.
And just kind of set my mug
just
down.
go find something to fucking kill. Oh no.
I do owe you that story, but not tonight.
Okay.
I'm too tired.
I won't push you. I mean, that's not what I do, obviously. Okay, so Mountain's Toe with a hunt along the way? I don't care. Like, I'm just throwing one of them out there.
Sounds quite fine. Yes.
Okay.
So as you're sort of sitting discussing your next steps, a tall, dark-skinned man with like shocks of white hair sticking out from underneath his sort of his cowboy hat, and like a well trimmed but long kind of white goatee beard, sort of sidles over to you and kind of tugs his cap and sort of says, "Howdy." I hear you folks are heading towards Mountain's Toe Gold Mine. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Don John Raskin, and it is my good self that you will be having the honor to accompany to the Mountain's Toe Gold Mine. Mind if I join you?
No.
Not at all, Sheriff. Please take a seat.
He sits down. He's like,
This guy, he is the sheriff, right? I'm remembering that correctly.
No, he's just he's like
Isn't he somebody's brother or something?
Oh,
No.
no, right.
no. So
I'm
it's,
getting him mixed up with Big Al. I'm getting him mixed up with Big Al.
Yeah. So Raskin is just the guy who. Well, let's just. Raskin will tell you about who he is. He's like, so. What do you got planned for the trip to the gold mine?
We're going to take you
All
safely
right.
and drop you off.
Well,
Right?
glad to
Are
hear
we
that.
supposed to come back with you? No.
No,
We just drop you off, right?
just get me there. Keep them orcs away from me, and we'll be fine.
Has there been much trouble with orcs in that region?
Oh, they wouldn't be sending me if there wasn't, my good friend. The consortium that owns that mine there, they sponsored a few of my earlier adventures, and they know me well, and they know that I'm a man that they can trust to get a job done. So they want me out there to protect their interests and make sure that no stinking orcs are digging about their property.
Wait, so when we get there, are you going to? Do we have to clear the area of orcs that with the gold mine, or?
I guess we'll see. What's there when we get there.
So if there are orcs in the gold mine, do we get more money for clearing them?
I guess so. I might be able to dig into my pockets and see what we could do on a per scalp basis.
Dig into your pockets or the consortium?
Oh yeah, my pockets is their
Okay.
pockets as far as you're
Okay.
concerned.
I like the way you think.
No. Thank you kindly. If you don't mind, since we appear to be sitting off in the morning, I'm gonna turn in and get some rest. I suggest you all do the same. I'll meet you down here for breakfast in the morning, and we'll get to going. Good night now. He sort of stands up.
No.
Does his
Good
hat
night.
again, and off he goes to his bed.
He's got a cowboy hat.
He seems like an agreeable sort.
I will.
It seems alright.
I think I've got a thing. I think I've got a picture of Raskin that I can show you actually.
Pictures.
Where's player handouts? There we are. I can't see that yet. No. How do you do this? Some of these should be. No. I can't, for some reason, I can't, it won't let me share some things
Hmm.
for you guys to see it. I think I just put it into your players' journals on Roll20. But I don't know what that actually means, Miller.
Fair enough. Oh, yep, there it is.
You
Wait,
got it?
put it in the what?
Yeah, if you go to roll 20, there's a tab on the right next to the little.
Oh, handout.
Yeah, there's chat, and then there's journal, and then player handouts. There's a picture of him.
Cool.
He looks like somebody.
handout.
Looks
I have
familiar.
Chat, journal, then compendium.
Yeah, journal's the
Yes,
one you
on-
want. If you click on
Yes.
journal, it opens up like a drop down.
He's on stream now. I've got him on
Oh
stream.
my god. Sorry, Gorthok the Thunderboard.
Ignore that.
I am digging that hat. That is a sweet hat.
I'm digging that boar, like all teal and shit.
Shh, we're supposed to forget about the boar.
Shh, you never saw the boar. Cool. Alrighty, so the rest of the evening is yours then, gang. If there's anything that you want to do or chat about or achieve before you set off for the mountain's toe in the morning.
I'm gonna sleep off this hole in my shoulder. I've still got a hole in my shoulder.
I'm
Sure.
Just
gonna-
walking
I'm gonna
around
write
town.
it.
You don't have anything.
Well,
you
see,
don't have anything in the bloodletter.
No, we haven't fought anything in like days.
Nah, true enough. Okay.
But if the problem is that if I take the bolt out of the wound, we're just gonna get blood everywhere. It's just cleaner to just leave it there until
I was saying indefinitely.
I'll take it out. I'll take it out before I go to sleep.
Oh,
You could just literally have Wisp heal it.
yeah.
Because we're gonna sleep and she's gonna get her spell slot back.
Yeah.
Fine.
Do I actually have to press something to heal, or do we just say that we're good?
Nah,
Yeah,
you just like
just-
from now we're not in combat. Just when you're about to get a long rest. So, just give him his heal.
Gonna click my long rest button. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Yeah.
So as you all sort of make your way up, Nicodemus's wounds now healed thanks to Wisp's careful ministerings.
Thank you, by the
you'll
way.
Make your way off to bed, take your long rest, and in the process, welcome to level 5.
What?
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh,
can we
no.
do that right now?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
I
I already forgot how.
I get uncanny dodge. I get
Uncanny
uncanny
dodge.
dodge.
Uncanny dodge.
Uncanny dodge.
Uncanny dodge.
Is that
Hey,
my
how do
accent
we-
you were trying
how
there?
do I-
Miss?
Nix
How
is
do we
back.
level up?
That's for my next character when I die.
Fiona. Okie dokie.
Like you said, win.
Just not if,
Not
but just
if,
when.
win. Yeah.
I was looking at our characters. I have the lowest number of hit points by like at least 5.
But you're a rogue. I mean, that's your
I
your
have
whole
a
thing is
buff to
not
give
getting
you
hit
at
at
least
all.
5.
Yeah.
You'll
I'm
be
just-
good.
If you get hit,
saying.
something went badly wrong.
Well,
I mean, if you keep
Not the way
Misty
I
stepping into
play.
homes or whatever.
It's fucking bound to happen, right?
Yeah.
How do you level up?
So in D&D Beyond,
Yeah.
open your character sheet,
Oh,
and then there's like an anvil logo in the top right-hand corner.
yeah, there it is. Go to build it.
And
And
then
then you
go to
can do
build
that
it,
one.
and then just the drop-down box next to your character level, and change that to level 5. So I think you probably get some new options and stuff. Whilst
Okay.
you all
And new
are,
Will that just save it, or do I need to?
yeah, that
it
should
automatically
be should just
saves.
automatically saves. So, while you're poking about your new abilities, Nicodemus.
Oh no, I have bookkeeping to do.
As you drift off to sleep, you find yourself, your consciousness once again wrenched into the 487th level of the Abyss. You're summoned
That's
once again to the mansion of Kanchelskis. The same red sky, dotted with occasional carrion birds and giant bats, hangs heavy above you. Laid out in front of you is a beautifully manicured ornamental garden, and it is grotesque and horrific in its appearance. The ground again feels like living flesh beneath your feet. Flower beds are laid out around you, planted in various red and black coloured roses, which appear to be dripping blood. Dotted around and amongst the flower beds, you see similar statues from what you saw inside the mansion on your last visit here, again made from living flesh and bone. And right in the centre of your view is a large ornamental fountain of similar construct, shooting a torrent of blood 20 feet in the air. As you look behind you, you can see the Black Mansion again extending as far as your eyes can see. As you turn back, Conchersis once again stands before you in his elegant half-elf form. He looks appraisingly up and down you, and you feel yourself sort of quail a bit under his hungry-looking gaze. Lord Morgenstern, he says again. Good to see you again, my friend. You have been busy, haven't you? I have to say, using the pigman as shark bait was a masterful turn. And your dispatching of those harpies, delightfully brutal. In my book, that sort of bloodlust deserves some reward. The blood letter, please, if you will. He holds out his hand.
Do I have the last time I was here, I didn't have control over myself. Am I able to move and speak?
You can move and speak, don't you?
Okay. I'll summon the blood letter, with my hand in full view, as non-threatening as I can.
Okay.
Then hand him, as I'm handing it over, what do you want with me?
Well, what does any individual in my position want from someone in yours? Merely to be known and to be helpful to you. I trust that you're enjoying the use of the arcane abilities that this relationship is conferring upon you.
Kind of swallow and not say anything in response to that.
He takes the blood letter from you and he looks it over in his hand. And he disappears it, bamps it away. And with a wave of his other hand, like almost kind of nonchalant, he summons up from the living flesh ground this emaciated looking Nosferatu. It's tall and lithe, but undernourished. His hollow, hungry eyes just bore into you. And you see that its fangs have been removed and its bottom jaw broken so that it can't bite. And another wave of Conchersis' long hand, long bloody skeletal arms reach up from the ground and restrain the Nosferatu. And he pulls the blood letter up into his hand, summons it back in as its sort of short sword form that you're used to seeing. And he says, "Regard, von Morgenstern." And then just a flash of speed, like he attacks the Nosferatu with the blood letter, and you just see, like before the wounds even start to bleed, he's standing back beside you with the blood letter in his hand, and the jewel starting to glow, and you see 2 wounds have opened up across the chest of this Nosferatu. He made one attack and managed to make 2 wounds on his target. And he kind of hands you back the blood letter, and he says, he says, use your vampiric alacrity to make 2 cuts in 1 movement, like this. And he sort of stands behind you and sort of guides your arm and he sort of shows you the movement to make. And he kind of, as he steps back from you and sort of bids you to attack, you do just as he's shown. You make that attack. You can't move as quickly as he did, but you manage to sort of get in. You know, using the movement that he's shown you, make 2 attacks on the Nosferatu. And then what Kinchelsis does is he picks one of the roses from the flower bed that's sort of dripping blood, and he sort of holds it over the Nosferatu's mouth and drips some blood into the Nosferatu's mouth. You see the 4 wounds heal up on it, and he says to you, well, keep practicing. And then over the next hour or so, Kinchelsis works you through this series of sword drills, using the bloodletter. He's correcting your form, correcting your footwork, showing you where to strike for best effect. And as you go, you draw on the power stored in the jewel just to refresh your aching muscles. Eventually, he seems satisfied with what you've learned, and he nods in his approval. Takes the bloodletter out of your hand again, and he disappears it. And then as he waves his hand again, the arms holding the Nosferatu sort of grow longer and pick him up, and then carry him down to the fountain, about 60 feet away, and they hold him in place there. And Kinchelsis summons the bloodletter into his hand again, but this time not as a sword. He holds it out towards you, places it in your hands. This time it's an elegantly curved black ash longbow. You see around the area, just like where you'd hold it, where its handle would be, there are like a series of roses inlaid in some sort of precious stone, just linked together by like stems that grow up and around the body of the bow, and they look sort of somewhere between rose stems and blood vessels. The way that they're sort of crafted into the bow. The bow's strung by what looks like, well, it's not bowstring. It looks like it's made of some sort of ligament or some sort of tendon, but there's no arrow. Kinchelsis takes it back from you, and he just draws the bow back, and as he does, like a sort of swirl of blood and blackness forms into an arrow. Almost looks like sort of what happens when you make your Eldritch Blast. So that kind of swirl of blood and blackness kind of focuses into an arrow. As he looses, you see the arrow streak off towards the Nosferatu, and there's a kind of gossamer-like strand of red light following the arrow as it impacts the target, the Nosferatu. Like a pulse of energy shoots back along that thread, and then the thread breaks, and you see the bloodletter bow, the roses inlaid into it start to glow in a familiar way. Your turn. He hands the bow off to you. You feel the balance of the weapon in your hand. You draw it back. Pull the string back as he did. The arrow, it's the same way, sort of forms. You take aim, you loose at the Nosferatu. The same pulse of energy comes back in. The bloodletter bow seems to glow a bit brighter. And he says to you, now summon 2 arrows. He says, and you sort of instinctively just sort of holding 2 arrows in your mind. You pull back, 2 arrows duly appear in the bow. You take aim again and you loose, watching the 2 arrows plunge into the papery skin of the Nosferatu as the roses start to glow even more brightly. And again, over the next hour or so, Kinchelsis runs you through another series of drills with the bow, having you move around and dive over hedges and shoot 1 or 2 arrows. When he seems happy that you've got it, he says, good. It brings me great pride to see your power grow, young von Morgenstern. I will see you again soon. You wake As far as you can tell, no time has passed. It's still dark, still night time. You summon the bloodletter in your hand. You see the bow, disappear it. You summon it again as a sword this time. And then you take the energy that's been stored in it from the Nosferatu. Concentrate yourself for a moment. Absorb that. Feeling that sort of familiar tingle as your wounds heal. And then you lie back down and finish the rest of your long rest. Morning comes to you all. It's time to get up. Help Don John to the mountain's toe. Meeting in the common room of the Stonehill Inn to have breakfast. And then set off.
I'm still trying to add my spells.
When does this armor place open?
It's sunrise, it'll be open now.
I'm going there.
Okie dokie. Anyone else got anything else they want to achieve or do before we set off?
With me going to level 5, how will I know what extra things I can have? Will they just appear, or
Yeah, they should just appear.
what are my actions?
On your sheet, so you get extra attack and fast movement. So you can attack. Beginning at 5th level, you can attack twice instead of once whenever you take an attack on your action on your turn, and your speed increases by 10 feet while you're not wearing heavy armor. So those are your new abilities.
On the
Where
same
does it
page
say
that you
that?
choose, on the same page that you choose your level, that when you level up to level 5, if you scroll down, you can see, like at the very bottom, it'll above where it says available at higher levels. It'll show you.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh,
things
yeah,
are,
nice.
yep.
Okay.
So then you can expand the available at higher levels. So then you can like see what's coming too. If you click on the green plus sign. So at least you know what's going to happen when you level up later. But above
Nice.
that is going to be your latest abilities.
Next gets extra attack now as well, doesn't it, CJ?
A lot of classes get extra attack at 5th level, yeah.
Okie dokie. So, next then. You and Nox, having finished your breakfast, make your excuses from the party and slip off to the Lion Shield Costa to go and pick up your barding for your
Indeed.
your pet panther. So as you enter, Lorraine Greywind is there, already working. She kind of peers at you over the top of her glasses. She says, "Oh, hello. Are you here to collect your barding?" Hello.
Hello? I am.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes. Hello. Excellent. It's they've just finished putting the finishing touches to it. So it will be right out. And she sort of gets up and she kind of pops off into the back room kind of workshop. And a few minutes later, kind of followed by our two shop boys who you've seen around, sort of carrying the various sort of parts of the barding from Nox. So as they come out and they sort of show you how to fit it on, you see that it's a really kind of well worked, well hardened, deep sort of reddish black leather, with like scrollwork designs all sort of etched and carved into it, really kind of brought up to a really high polish. And they sort of show you how to attach it and how to put it on and secure it onto Nick. So it's basically two parts. There's like a headpiece that sort of the ears sort of poke through and it kind of covers the front of her face kind of down to her eyes. and then kind of comes down the middle at the point of her nose, and then the like the body part kind of buckles underneath her front and back legs, and it's sort of articulated, so it's made of like 5 separate sort of separate pieces of the same leather, so that she can still sort of move freely from left to right and up and down. It's all sort of riveted together, so that there's still a lot of movement in it for her. But yeah, generally kind of lovely piece of work. They spend a few minutes just sort of showing you how to take it on and off and stuff, and how to clean it and care for it and that kind of thing, before checking if you're happy with it. So Lorraine's kind of standing
It's beautiful.
and watching the little show, and she's like, "I'm glad you like it. It's some of our finest work, and it looks especially fetching on your friend there."
We will put it to good use.
Excellent. I'm sure you will. Is there anything else I can help you with while you're here?
No, thanks.
Yeah, excellent. Well, a pleasure as always. Did you get a chance to speak to Thornton after we spoke yesterday? Actually, did he give you any idea of whether he'd be open to my conditions to support him to mayor?
I think so, but I don't want to speak for him.
Okay.
I should get back to my friends, though. I'm going to scurry out the door.
No. Well, goodbye then.
Someone spoke to me. I had to run away.
Cool. Okay. So you meet up with the rest of the team back at the inn. Don John's outside in his travelling gear already, waiting, just sort of sat on the step, with like a long reed pipe in his hand, and he just looks at you and he goes, "I'm ready to leave whenever you all are. You want to grab your buddies and we'll get moving. Daylight's burning."
Yeah, let's go. Are we riding them? Are we riding or are we walking?
We have ponies, don't we? We
Yeah,
don't we still have
ponies, yeah.
ponies?
Oh, we saw the ponies? Okay, I thought we gave
Of
those
course.
back.
No.
Or, I'm kicking my pony.
You're attached, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don
totally.
John's.
Before we leave, I want to check the job board again and get the details on what do they want us to do at Butterskull
Okay.
Butterskull Ranch, and what did they want us to do at Loggers Camp?
So, Butterskull Ranch. Orcs have attacked Butterskull Ranch, 5 miles east of Coreybury, along the tribal trail. Travel there with haste, assess the damage, and help any way you can. Ranch owner Alphonse Big Al Calazon is a retired sheriff who can reward you for your efforts. If he's
Wait.
dead, return to town
Big-
with proof of his death and you'll get 100 gold.
Big Al is
Retired sheriff
oh,
who
okay.
owns the ranch.
That's how I got mixed up with
Okay.
our new current
Yeah.
companion.
So we need to find Big Al
Mhm.
and bring him back, or bring back proof of his death.
Yep.
I'll be
Okay,
right
and what
back.
about Loggers Camp?
Loggers Camp is deep in Neverwinter Wood. Along the river that flows west towards Neverwinter is a logging camp. Every 2 months, Phandalin delivers fresh supplies to the camp, which is run by the brother of Phandalin's townmaster, Harbin Wester. Barthen, the local provisioner, has prepared a new delivery. He needs someone to bear the supplies safely to the camp. Return to Wester with a notice of delivery signed by his half-brother to claim your reward of 100 gold.
So we need
This
we
could be
need
awkward.
to get something to deliver.
Yeah, so you'll need to go back before you go to Loggers Camp. You'll need to go back to Phandalin, pick up what you're delivering.
I want to go now. But we can't go now. We fucked ourselves. I fucking knew it. God damn it.
Alright.
Whatever. All right. That's cool.
There's only a day's travel back.
Well, no, because we are going to Mountain's Toe, and then we are going to Butterskull. And then we have to come all the way back, which is fine.
Well, or you could do Mountain's Toe, then go back and then do all three of the other things that you were wanting to do in one trip out. I guess, but that's up to you. Okay, so okay, cool. So as you set off towards the Mountain Toe Gold Mine in the east on your ponies, so only about a day's travel. You set off early. You should arrive late afternoon. Do we have a marching order?
I'll go first.
Okay. Okay, go ahead and make a perception check for the party then, Jen. What was that, 13?
13.
Okay, cool. Okay. So as you amble along, quite uneventfully, just kind of hugging the foothills of the Sword Mountains, the terrain starts to become a bit hillier and a bit rockier. You hear a loud screech from somewhere off in the distance.
I wonder what this could be.
But it doesn't seem to be bothering with you just yet. But it's sort of, you feel like it's sort of dogging your steps as you head along. Almost like it's somewhere just out of sight, but keeping an eye on you, kind of thing. Anything you want to do?
Anyone else hear that?
Did we?
It's loud. Yeah, it's loud enough that you would all hear it.
Yes. Just kind of look skyward.
I cannot wait until we kill that fucking thing.
It is becoming rather a nuisance, isn't it?
I mean, it's just annoying. It's like it's taunting us.
You know, you might
make an investigation check yourself, Nicodemus.
Oh, sure. I gotta get back to my character page. I realized when I was leveling up, I messed something up, so I had to go back and fix it. Sorry, holding up progress, I know. Investigation.
My immersion.
10.
Yeah, okay. So you look skyward and towards the kind of area of the mountains where you've seen the young white dragon circling before. You know, it's a pretty clear day. You know, there's not a lot of clouds in the sky. You don't see anything. You certainly don't see the dragon that you've seen before a couple of times and had that one encounter with. The skies look pretty clear around here today.
I don't see anything.
I think it sounds like the dragon, or do you think it could be something else?
As you continue along the trail, you hear the screech sort of grow louder, but this time from the other side of you, another similar screech answers it back.
What?
I feel like something is closing in on us here.
I'll look over at our ranger. Nix, do you recognize that?
I do I?
Make an animal handling check.
Okay, that's better than what I thought you were gonna say.
That's what I was hoping he'd say.
19.
19. You've heard that once before, this sort of sound. Now that you're hearing it again, and that other one is answering back, it sort of clicks into context a bit more. You feel like you're probably being hunted by a couple of owl bears right now.
Oh.
I think that maybe now would be a good time to do the pass without trace. And for us to maybe... Well, we have horses. I mean, fuck it. We should go.
You just gonna gun it? Just sprint on the horses?
You let me know?
Can you cast Pass Without Trace on mounts?
I don't know.
What does the text say?
I thought it was everything within 30 feet, but I'm pretty sure...
It just says a
it's
veil
not
of shadows and silences radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection. Each creature I choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a 10% bonus to dexterity stealth checks. Can't be tracked except by magical means. I mean, I guess. It just seems like an aura thing.
So it might be a little bit late if they're already hunting us.
Yeah, so they're gonna already know where you are. Just pass without trace. The shadows and silence radiates from you, unmasking you and your companions from detection. Each creature you choose within 30 feet of you. There's a plus by 10 bonus to stealth checks. So, I mean, are you going to be proceeding stealthily to try and sneak away? Yeah, to sneak away from owlbears who already know where you are.
On horseback.
On horseback.
Doesn't sound like a likely situation.
Sounds dicey.
I think we should just fucking go right now.
Yeah, let's book it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once I hear the one person agree with me, I'm just gonna fucking kick my horse and let's go.
I am. As we go, I am going to summon my my pack weapon into my hand, though the sword.
Okay. Okay, so as Vale kicks her horse into action and the rest of you follow, the owlbears, who were a lot closer than you would have than the sounds would have had you believe, just with the hills and the weird terrain around you, break cover and give chase. What's your full tilt speed on a horse?
Pony.
Are we all on horses?
I think so,
How
yeah.
many?
Unless you're riding Nox.
Yeah.
That's something you
I
can
just-
do with Nox.
I just imagined
60
Nox
feet,
riding a
so
horse,
20. Yeah, okay.
and that's
So those of you on horseback quickly begin to outpace the owlbears. As does Nox, actually. They they only have a 40 feet movement speed. The Panther is 50 and your riding horses are 60, so you sort of quickly begin to outpace them. And they sort of give chase for a good long while. But eventually, after a good kind of 10-15 minutes of chasing, you're far enough ahead that they just sort of lose interest and head off to find a more amenable prey. But that
Bill
burst of
leans forward
speed.
and pats her horse's neck and said, "We just saved your life."
Look over at Mal and be like, I do believe they took offense to your attire.
Well, I mean, I feel like you missed out on a meal there, my friend. Maybe we should have stopped and killed one of them.
Not a risk I'm willing to take this early in the morning.
True.
Besides, I suspect if anything happens to his ponies, Master Thornton might actually have my head on a stick.
You could try.
Raskin sort of sits back in his saddle and he says, I remember one time just outside of Baldur's Gate having an encounter with a whole pack of owlbears. Man, those things are mean.
Exactly, and they will eat our horses. And I
They'll
don't want
eat
to.
your ass.
Well,
And the rest of you, too.
All right. Well, let's hope the rest of this journey's nice and uneventful.
In our experience, it never is. But we'll try.
As you begin to draw closer to the mountain's toe, a low ridge rises to your right, beyond which you can see the Sword Mountains where it scrapes the sky. Closer in, there's something strewn across the road, but 90 feet in front of you. Don John kind of looks and he's like, well, that's something. He
What
looks
is it?
over, sort of pointing at what appears to be about half a dozen dead orcs.
Oh.
do any of the orcs have blood?
Oh my gosh.
So as you
I don't want to get eaten, okay?
That's fair.
so as you draw closer, go ahead and make a perception check for me. Yeah, Nix, I guess you were in the lead, so you'll be first one there. Make a perception check.
15.
Okay. What was that, 15?
16.
16, cool. Okay, doke. So you see that these orcs are sort of clad in hide armor, and their weaponry, sort of great axes and javelins, are just sort of scattered on the ground around them. It seems like these orcs are sort of covered in almost like a layer of frost. Cold killed these guys. Probably about 3 days ago.
I'm not eating 3-day-old frozen orc.
That does not sound good.
Blood's
I
probably
I mean, frozen.
Their blood's probably frozen. I probably wouldn't be able to drink it.
Like, Orxicle.
It's still frozen after 3 days?
Yep.
Well,
John can-
if it's frozen, it would be preserved, and you could have like a popsicle.
Blood popsicle?
Popsicle.
Now I'm just mad that I didn't
know-
think of that.
Don't yuck his yum, okay?
Well,
that is
I
what
think Mal never knows how to feel when he sees dead orcs being.
Can we loot their
half full.
bodies?
You can. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Is this for all 6, or do we all get to
Yeah,
And
yeah,
18.
one?
18, yeah. You sort of check in their pouches, and it's sort of all just sort of frozen mush
Frozen ass
and
pouches.
frozen sort of, it's nothing that you would want to keep. No cash or jewels or
Damn.
anything of any
Do the
value.
Do the orcs look emaciated and whatnot like the ones we first encountered?
Yeah, they do.
Are they running away from the mountains? Like, are they faced away from the mountains? Like, going towards the Road.
Make an investigation check.
22.
Okay. So you spend a bit of time sort of trying to work that out from like the orientation of the bodies. It's difficult to tell, but just sort of piecing together like the trails in the area. It looks as though their direction of travel had been they were coming from the direction of the woods, down and towards the mountain. Like it looks as if they were sort of heading towards the mine.
Okay.
All right. Don John kind of stands off and he kind of lights his pipe and takes a big draw again, and he's like, looks like that white dragon I've been hearing about saved us from some trouble. Should we hit the road and see if any of these assholes' buddies made it as far as my gold mine?
I'm ready to
Oh,
go.
yeah, let's investigate.
Cool.
Swing back up on my horse.
So, after about another couple of hours riding, you're now kind of late into afternoon, you arrive at the western edge of the mountain's toe, hidden amongst bushes. A tunnel burrows into the foot of like the snow-capped mountain. Above the mouth of the tunnel, there's a plank with the words "Mountain's Toe" carved into it in common.
Well, it seems we have reached the destination, Don John. Reskin.
Sorry.
And if we leave now, we get 100 gold and we can just go. Or, what was the offer that you had thrown on the table last night?
Well, if we find any orcs in here and help me clear them out, I can do you 10 gold a scalp.
10 gold per kill?
How far, sorry, how far was it from the dead orcs to the mine? Like, how close were they?
What kind of hours, right?
Okay.
I'm concerned, and I would like to talk to the rest of the Broken Blades about this. Okay. These orcs, right? They are starving, and, like, weak, and clearly undergoing lots of stress over something, correct? Like, I mean, how do we feel about just killing them like that? Like, doesn't that seem weird?
Well, is it not the effects of the dragon's powers that's doing that to them?
I mean, isn't the dragon in the mountains? If they were coming from the woods,
No.
like where do the orcs live? Don't the orcs live in the woods, or did the orcs live in the mountains? I thought they lived in the mountains, but these orcs are coming from the woods.
I thought that they lived in the mountains and were displaced by the dragon.
Oh, and that's why they went to the woods to live, and then they were like, "Oh, we can't do anything here in the woods."
Yeah.
So I mean, aren't they like refugees? Like, doesn't it feel weird to kill them like that? Like, it's like we're just cutting them down.
Refugees that have a tendency to attack the locals.
Yeah.
Not exactly making...
as a half orc, I can honestly say, not all orcs are bad, but these guys don't seem to have honest intentions.
How do we know? Do you know them? Did you watch them kill somebody or attack somebody? Like,
there seems to be consistent complaints that they are attacking people.
Well, yeah, because people are fucking racist, and they're just like, okay, well, it's orcs, so orcs are going to attack us. I don't know. It just seems weird to me. Whatever.
Well, I mean, if we come across any, we can be sure to try and communicate.
They're going to
I speak orc.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Maybe.
Orc.
Yeah. So I just think, like, can you just do me a favor and just try to talk to them before we just...
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I speak orc. I speak their tongue. So if we meet them, I can try and get information.
Thank you. That's all.
Should we have a look in this mine? Does Raskin need us to do this, or is he happy doing it himself? Or
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure that.
I think we're going with him.
Yeah.
Give me-
I mean, if he
Let me
said
just a
10
sec.
gold per kill, but if you know what I mean. But I would rather. I don't like. I like the money and stuff like that, but like, I'm not going to compromise my conscience for money.
okay.
No matter how it fucking seems. I know you guys look at me and like, oh yeah, she would totally do anything for money, but that's not true. Okay.
Honest money. That's right.
I'm hardly in a position to throw stones when it comes to compromise.
Mm.
Aye. I'm
We
just
all have our skeletons.
trying to sort out the map for here. I'll be with you in a sec. Keep talking amongst yourselves.
I have to go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna go around to this other tree. Okay, I'll be back.
How's that shoulder, Nico?
Much better. I can't say the same for my coat. And I just had it
Oh.
repaired.
Yeah. Well, when we go back to Phandalin, you can have it repaired again.
Yes. Townspeople are going to start to wonder about the things I
Did
get
I hear
up to.
correctly that one of our job sheets is for Harbin Wester?
I mean, he's
Kind
the
of-
mayor. He posts all.
Yeah, at this point, all the jobs are for Wester because he is still sort of still the mayor of the town.
There was one that's specifically to do with his half brother and stuff. Is it a log one?
Yeah, there's one that specifically involves his half brother, who's the kind of boss of the
Well-
robbers camp.
When we do the log one, at least maybe it'll grant us a small audience with Harbin. Maybe he'll be more
Was-
reasonable.
At least he won't want to stab us or shoot us again anymore. Maybe. Between
I
that
can't
and
guarantee that.
between whatever Thornton manages.
If he tries to shoot us again, I'm going to lift him off his scrawny little legs.
Please do. My patience with that man is at an end.
Oh, mine too.
Right, I don't have fog of war set up for this map yet, so you'll have to excuse.
It's okay. I saw everything already.
We got
Yeah.
something nice and crude.
With
to-
my master
anyway.
detection.
Oh, that's alright.
I got 120 feet of dark vision. I can see all that anyway.
Actually, I forgot which rooms. So
I'm kidding. I have no idea how far out 120 feet of dark vision is. Probably a
see,
lot.
the thing is, I knew where they were when I saw them, but now that I don't see them,
That's a big map.
Where's
Sure
Knox?
is.
Where is he?
All right, I'm back.
How, dadgummit.
So,
Boy.
so as you've arrived, you see stood outside the entrance as you kind of get closer to it. There seem to be two very unusual looking sentries standing at either side of the entrance. They're both humanoid in size and stature, other than a long kind of worm-like tail and the head of a rat. And as they see you approach,
hate it.
here, as they see you approach, you just sort of hear them shout, "Who goes there?"
Well, that does not sound like Orc tongue to me.
I'm gonna look over at Raskin. I'm going to assume that these are not your normal personnel.
Hell no. He's looking, he's like, fucking were-rats. Ain't no were-rats employed by the Mountain Toes Gold Man. Help me clear this
Well-
place out of these fuckers. I'll give you 20
Can we
gold
just
for every
ask
one of
them
them.
to leave for 20 gold each? Okay. Can we just ask them, hey, you aren't supposed to be here unless you are hired by the consortium or whoever.
This mine belongs to us. If you've got a problem with that, you can take it up with the foreman.
Okay, bring the foreman out.
You can come in and see her.
Okay, let's go.
Oh god.
I'm gonna start going.
You're gonna go with?
I don't like it.
Nah, yeah, we'll all go.
Okay.
Alright.
So-
Mal
Alright.
places his hand on one of his many weapons.
Yeah, my weapon is still in my hand from when I summoned it. So.
I
Still
don't need
got it out.
weapons in my hands.
Yeah,
So they-
I really
they-
wish it didn't make me spend an
Just
action
walking
to
in
summon
very
my weapon.
sus.
But...
So you're all going in.
Oh yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
so.
Sure. I've done sillier things.
I mean, we could have just
Breaking-
killed them and gone in
like,
by took
breaking it
by
against
surprise.
I'm just moving you for expediency's sake.
They escort us in? Like there's no...
Yeah.
Okay.
So they bring you in through the corridors into this area here, where your tokens are now, and there's sat behind a sort of makeshift desk. There's another female were-rat. All the while, Raskin's sort of behind you going, let's just kill these fuckers, and like whispering to just take them all out. So as you
Hold your horses. Don John.
so as you approach, she looks up at you and she's like, what do you want? Who the fuck are you?
Oh,
Are you
we're
the
the broken blades.
Are you the foreman?
Yeah, I am. Zelene Vanasta is my name.
These mines belong to somebody else, correct? Like,
These mines are the property of the Whiskered Gang.
oh, you're a gang?
And how did you obtain these mines?
We killed a fuck ton of orcs.
Oh, you
Oh.
killed the orcs.
So you see, there's been a bit of a misunderstanding. This mine
Wait, what was your last name
originally...
again?
Varnaster, V-A-R-N-A-S-T-E-R.
Thank you.
Yeah, so there's been a bit of a misunderstanding. This mine belongs to this gentleman here, Raskin. The orcs took it from him, and it seems you took it from the orcs. So we need to come to some sort of accord.
Well, the orcs took out our previous lair, where our families have lived for generations. We go back there, but there's too many of them.
Oh, maybe
They've
we-
got trolls and all sorts there.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, where is that? where is your actual home? Because this is not your home, and you cannot stay here. But you know.
Our home is the shrine of Savras, just near the town of Conyberry.
The town of what?
Connieberry.
Conyberry.
Honeyberry?
Connieberry. I remember Connieberry. Connieberry is the town that oh god, where is it? The Butterskull Ranch is east of.
Side quest.
Filthy orcs have came down from the mountains and took our shrine, kicked us out.
Well, not all orcs are bad, Celine.
Yeah,
I
well,
mean, everything.
the
is
good
kind
ones
of
are all
up
right.
in everything is kind of like up in chaos right now because of that dragon, you know.
I don't give a shit.
So
So
if-
I want my home back.
Yeah, okay, so if we cleared out your home, you will leave this place.
I see why not.
No. You see, it wasn't a question. If we clear your home out, you will leave this place.
No, oh no, that is still worded wrong, Nico. I'm so sorry. You will leave this place, and we agree to clear your home out. But you have to leave. Like, you cannot stay here.
If you clear our home out, we'll leave.
Well, there is no if. Like, even if we don't clear your home out, you have to leave.
You know, there is
But we will go.
For a cave troll before, that's a big if.
Oh, I mean, this is all just semantics at this point.
Go and clear out our home. Go and clear out the shrine.
Oh, hey!
And we'll leave. If not, it's fine.
Zelene, calm your tail. We will clear your home, and then you can leave.
That was great.
All right. Done, John.
Don John's kind of like looking a bit. I don't know about that.
Let's just put the world back in order, okay? We will go clear out that home.
We have to be reasonable, Raskin. Everyone deserves a home, and if these guys will leave here and we can clear their home, then everybody's happy.
All right. Well, I gotta protect my investments. So if you're gonna go fight these orcs, I'm coming to fight them with you.
Excellent.
Sweet. I want to see what you are capable of. You and that crazy awesome hat.
Oh, you'll find I'm pretty capable.
What was the shrine of? The shrine of what?
Savras, S-A-V-R-A-S.
S-E-V-E what?
R-A-S.
I'm just writing all this down phonetically. It's so funny.
All right. Well, this is a bit far away.
So.
Oh, we're gonna have to fucking double back.
I guess this is dictating the order of things.
A little bit.
It's fine. This kind of this means that we will what are we going to? So we go to Coneyberry. Clear out the thing. If it's just 5 miles east of there, we can go to find a big owl. And then we can come back and then clear out the mine one way or the other.
Yes.
Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right.
So
Foreman Zanin, we will be back.
Maybe, if you are. We'll see you.
You know what you should do? You should send somebody with us. If you send somebody with us, then, they can,
vouch for our success.
Maybe not. Yeah, they can vouch and tell you that it is clear. Because we definitely need you to leave when we come back. If you do not leave, we will have to kill all of you.
Bring me back some proof. That'll do me.
Okay.
Bring me back some proof.
What
There
kind
is
of
a-
proof would you require?
Bring me back something that I couldn't get anywhere else other than in my home.
So like your unmentionables.
You mean no?
Oh, I mean, you could not,
Something from the place is a shrine. Something
Okay,
from
what,
the shrine.
Is okay. We'll
What-
get you
what-
something
what
from your
are-
shrine.
Oh, so not like your home, but the home of
Yes.
the Whispered Gang.
Yes.
Let's remember to investigate the shrine.
Okay,
I need to get out of here.
me off.
I need out.
Give me some social pressure, Wisp. It's okay.
As at this point, you notice that as you've been standing talking to Zelina, like a couple of giant rats have just sort of sidled over and are sort of sniffing at your legs. And they're just like sniffing about,
I don't
when it
care
comes
about
over to
that.
Whisper. I mean, these are giant rats. These are like the size of like small ponies, like large dogs.
I mean, I am practically a large dog.
All right. So, I have put the main map back up on your Roll20 view and mapped the
Savras.
places of interest.
Alright, let's go to Hornyberry.
It's time to go to the Shrine of Savras.
Righty-o. So,
Hey, Mal, thank you for sticking with me on that one.
You know, we don't always have to be bloodthirsty. Everyone deserves
Yeah.
to live somewhere.
I mean, sometimes we do have to be bloodthirsty, but not. Yeah,
I said not
Thank you.
always.
yeah. Thank you.
At the word bloodthirsty, I'm just gonna turn and look at Mal like.
I mean,
Let's
unless you
see
can't
if-
help being bloodthirsty, I guess.
Let's see what kind of shenanigans we can get into on the way to the Shrine of Savras.
So where are we?
We're at
Oh, we've got to go
Mountain
further up the
Toe.
trail. Further up Tribal Trail.
Yeah.
Tribal Trail, that sounds ominous, doesn't it? Balls.
There were 3 boars.
Well, we killed one.
Dead.
right. So, are you striking out towards the tribal trail and then along? Are you?
Yeah, we've
what's
still
the
got
plan?
daylight, haven't we?
Following the
Got
trail,
daylight.
yeah.
Mhm.
I think the trail will be.
Yeah.
next.
We say
Okay.
confidently.
Okay. So back to your ponies then. And you, let's say, you make it out as far as the tribal trail. It's starting now to get toward dusk. So as you sort of reach the trail, you sort of start thinking about a place to camp for the night, really. Same marching order as before.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. Let's have Nix make an investigation check to find the campsite.
20.
28, okay. This being like a pretty well travelled stretch of the trail between Phandalin and Coneyberry, there are plenty of like little nooks and crannies just sort of 20-30 yards off the trail, just to set up camp. You find one that's like looks like it's almost like the two corner walls of an old farmhouse, that will give you a bit of shelter from the direction of the mountains, and a nice sort of bit of open flat ground. There's already like sort of a fire pit dug in the middle there that you can make use of. So you find yourself quite a nice little sheltered campsite for the evening.
Nice.
Nice. So go ahead and set up camp and set your watches and stuff.
I could do first.
Okay, Wisp's taking first watch.
I'll do second.
I can take third.
I mean, you could take the third and the last one, couldn't you? Because you just need 4 hours.
Yes. Yeah, for a
A long
yeah,
rest.
all of my stuff comes back at a short rest, almost all of it.
Mm.
Yeah, but if you don't get a long rest, I think you could get exhaustion.
Yeah. Oh.
If you need more than 4, I can take the last,
I don't know. I think 8 would be fine.
Wait.
don't know.
Okay. Have you got our watch order?
Yeah. Second.
Sounds like
Okay.
it.
So you pull together what you can from your rations and sort of sit around the campfire. Raskin sort of pulls a flask out of his jacket and sort of offers it round. The whiskey inside's strong and astringent, but peaty and pretty serviceable. And he lights up his pipe and kicks back on his pack. And he says, "Another night under the stars. Man, I have seen them all across this country, all across this land. I've seen them from the decks of ships, deserts, forests. It never gets old. Never gets old." And he just kind of lays back, smoking his pipe and sort of staring up at the stars above him.
I will take the last watch, actually. I think I was mistaken about the resting. I don't see anything about it, so.
Okay.
Did you
So-
really want to kill all of those rat people, Don John?
You know, old Don John don't really want to kill anybody. Anybody that doesn't need killing anyway, but yeah, I got a job to do. I've been paid a handsome sum to do that job, and I mean to do it.
Right. But you are willing to just start murdering them without even talking.
Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of rats. I have to be honest. Especially not were rats. I had some bad run-ins with them before, and those suckers are hard to kill.
Okay.
Makes me wonder what kind of a force could drive that many of them from their home then.
Well,
What
said
it
it
was-
was the orcs that drove them from their home.
Yes, it's not that concerns me, it's the numbers. What exactly are we walking into here?
I mean, I did not have a chance to count the rats, the were rats in the mine. As far as I know, I mean, I maybe
it's at
counted
least
like
a-
5.
It's at least a small community, isn't it?
I mean, it's one shrine. It could end up being like 15 rats.
Hopefully not 15 orcs.
I mean, maybe not all at once.
So we are gonna try to talk to them first, right?
Well, I mean, I
Zip-
speak their
I hope
tongue,
so.
so I
I
would,
think we
I
should.
would say it would be wise to. But then again, the problem I foresee is we're going to have the same situation when we meet these orcs. If they will speak to me, they're going to ask us where they can go, and we don't have an answer for that.
Yeah, sure we do. Not here.
And if you'll recall, our first camp of orcs that we encountered all those many weeks ago was not exactly hospitable or open to negotiation.
This is true.
We just have to cross that bridge when we get there.
You might actually get to eat.
Yeah, as all of this conversation is going on, Nico's just kind of staring into the fire. You can tell he's thinking about that. Like,
I mean, we can maybe let you eat at least one, Nico. But
Oh my god. Let's figure out what's happening first. I mean, don't we have time now to hunt? Like,
I'm joking, Wisp. It's fine. We're not gonna. Just joking. We could do a hunt. Do you feel the need, Nico?
I've felt the need for days.
Yeah, but you said you were going to be all right. You have to be honest with us. Be straightforward. Stop beating around the bush and saying, "Oh, I'm okay," when inside you are shriveling. You have to tell us.
You have to understand, before I came here, before I met you, I've had to hide this condition and deal with it privately. It's not easy to talk about, even harder to deal with.
I'm very interested in how this happened to you.
Tell you what. I'm gonna put the sword version of the bloodletter away and summon my new bow version. Take out my new toy.
Well, that is new.
Yes, and I'm kind of look at it for a second before finishing up my thought. I'm going to go and find something out there. When I come back, if you're still interested, I'll tell you what I can. I'll get up.
You don't need any help?
No,
I did see owl bears earlier on.
I won't go too far.
Okay.
I swear to fuck if you bring back an owl bear.
I nearly got taken down by the mayor. I ain't fighting an owl bear. You crazy?
The owl bear.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Cool. Okay, so you're setting off by your lonesome to do some hunting then, Nico?
Yeah, I don't want to go too far. Just to see if there's anything.
I mean, you're sort of almost on the edge of the Neverwinter Woods, so the place is sort of not teeming with game, but there's plenty about. For one with skills such as yourself with your dark vision and things. Go ahead.
Before he leaves, hold on, I'm sorry. Before he leaves, I just want to establish a psychic connection so that you can just tell me if something happens, okay? Just yell for us if something happens, okay? I'm going to say that in your mind.
I will. Oh, you're back. Before, and as I'm walking away from camp, I'm going to cast invisibility on myself and just vanish.
Nice. Okay. Go ahead and make a survival check with
edgy.
advantage.
Oh, cool.
For the invisibility and all the dark vision and all
Natural
stuff.
20!
So before long, you come across a warren of kind of squeaking, large sort of potato-shaped rodents. The sound that they make is not entirely unpleasant to your ear, actually.
What?
It's almost like a kind of kind of like a
Like lunch.
You
Like
basically
a capybara?
you found like a small community of guinea pigs.
Aw.
Oh my god. Savage.
Potato like no.
Hey, I guess I'm having guinea pig for dinner.
Aw.
So you're kind of kind of the wind blowing in the opposite direction, just perfect conditions for a sneak attack on these guinea pigs.
Bruh. Full on sneak attack on guinea pigs, bruh.
I wonder if I'll ever share this with the party.
Rolled a natural 20.
All right, I guess I'm shooting a couple of guinea pigs.
Okay.
Will they not just explode if you hit them?
What, 2 arrows? Going for 2 arrows, 2 separate targets.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Okay. Make 2 attack rolls.
All right.
How many guinea pigs are you gonna need? They're only small.
Ouch. 12
Mhm.
and 26.
Fuck. Right, yeah, both of those hits. So you you draw back the sort of tendon like bowstring, concentrating on kind of manifesting two arrows into the bow, and the swirl of blood and blackness coalesces into your two arrows, and you just sort of line up two guinea pigs that are close to each other, and just let it go. And just put it right through, an arrow through each one. You now have two freshly killed guinea pigs at your disposal.
All right. All right, I'm going to pick up the guinea pigs and head back to game.
We better have that skill when we're fighting enemies.
Awesome. Okay.
Oh, that's
So
why I went out to test my new toy, so that when I need to use it, when it actually matters,
I'm gonna
I'll know how
roll
to use
5.
I'll know how to use it. Yeah, probably.
So you're heading back to camp with your guinea pigs.
Mm-hmm.
So
Poor
just
guinea pig.
I'll just
strung
sit
up
down. Yeah. How big are
over
these
your
things?
shoulder. Like guinea pigs, like what? Like that sort of
Your
size?
potato size.
They're
A
like
big
this
fucking
big.
potato.
Yeah, guinea pigs are usually pretty
They can-
small.
they
They're
can get
No,
kinda
like a
big.
guinea pig's like
Guinea-
the size of a football. Like
These hand motions are
Maybe-
interesting.
Most of them are smallish, like maybe like 9
Yeah.
inches.
I'm obsessed with 9 inches.
smallish. It was
Nice.
impressive earlier. 9 inches.
yeah.
Oh,
This took a
no.
turn.
I was literally thinking about the size of a guinea pig, and I was like, "That's about 9 inches." It was not on purpose. Fine.
Now you got me googling guinea pigs.
Don't Google 9 inches.
Guinea pig plus girth and again.
Oh no.
Lifespan. Anyway, not important. I'll figure it out later. So I'll just
Is it
sit.
enough,
I'll
is it
just
enough to put you
take
in a
my.
better mood? That's the main thing.
I'll sit back in my seat with my guinea pig.
Eat your fuzzy potatoes.
When you are done with those, we can put them on the fire.
Kind of hungrily drain your guinea pigs and give them over to the rest of the team to I guess cook what's left of them. Guinea pig's supposed to
Feel
be really nice. It's a delicacy in Peru, I'm sure.
I feel like Mal's visibly amused by this hunt.
Alrighty.
Is that the best you could do?
On short notice, yes.
Wow.
You just like as an aside here, you know that the animals that I'm going to make you kill are going to get progressively cuter. The more
I'm fine with
it. It's a baby sugar glider that
Wow.
you found. Well, it's
Oh my god.
Cool. Okay. So back at camp. Anyway, guinea pig feast consumed. Back over to you guys.
Okay, now it is time for your story, correct?
Mm.
Kind of wipe the guinea pig off of my face, and you asked me not long ago about what I knew about magic. The answer is very little. Do you recall when you learned the alphabet? The
Well,
process of learning? What
Yeah.
happened to me is like a shortcut. The knowledge was put directly into me. I don't know how it's there. I didn't learn it. Kind of sigh and look a little like this is hard to talk about. So my father owned a mining consortium of his own, leagues away from here, a long way. A joint venture with a company of dwarves who had fallen on hard times. He helped finance their operation, and left them to do what they do best and didn't interfere with their business, and it was a fruitful relationship. My father was the mage of the family. He understood magic. It was his passion. One day, during the course of the dwarves' work, they found something. A chamber hidden in the earth. None of them recognized any of the iconography, so they called my father, who came to investigate. He found a chamber sealed by magic, and when he opened it, he found this, and bring back the bloodletter in its original form as a dagger, and just kind of have that hovering over my hand as I'm talking. He found this. And it spoke to him. Whispers of power and prestige and arcane might, the likes of which he had never seen. And my father, in his arrogance, thought to take rather than to bargain, or to simply leave well enough alone. So he took the dagger back to the manor and began to experiment. I hadn't seen him in days. He'd locked himself in his study. And I went to find out what he was doing. And found him in the middle of some ritual, some experiment on this dagger. I don't remember much. There was some kind of explosion, but red light. It kind of touched his head and it hurt. I don't remember much beyond that, but when I awoke, I was changed, thirsty, something that I couldn't quell or control. My father was even worse. He had become like me. But unlike me, he showed no restraint. The rumors in the town started as he began to hide away and disappear from the home only at night. People started going missing. Questions were raised. Finally, the townspeople had enough. They rallied together into a frenzied mob and knocked down the doors of my ancestral home and found us, what was left of us. My father had killed everyone except me. I had survived only by hiding in the house. When the mob came in, I saw my chance and took it. I took the dagger and left. I don't know what became of him after that. I don't know if he survived. I've not been back since, and no word has made its way out since that day. But whatever was inside of this, I'm looking at the bloodletter again, made the same offer to me that it made to my father. Power in exchange for service. And it offered one additional item. It said that if I served it well, it would give me a cure. Turn me back into what I once was and restore the honor of my house. So I took it. I accepted. And I have been like this ever since. I kind of close my fist, let the bloodletter vanish, and then just sort of lean back.
How long is ever since?
I've lost track, to be honest.
So how do you know when your service is good enough for you to have a cure?
An excellent question. One that I don't have an answer for. I'm still learning about the nature of this thing and whatever lies behind it.
To me, it sounds like deception, something I'm very familiar with.
It may well be, but
Also, time is relative. If that entity in that weapon of yours has lived for hundreds or thousands of years, then 5 years is like a drop in the bucket. I mean, I pulled a number out of my butt.
and I have a long life ahead, potentially. Assuming I don't get killed by the mayor of some pissant little town in the middle of nowhere.
Some crazy ass lightning moose.
What is service? What is the service you are performing for this entity?
I don't know if we want the details.
Death. That seems to be all it craves is violence. It's not particular about what kind, at least not yet. And then I'm kind of point over at the remains of the guinea pigs. It's like the guinea, wild creatures, harpies, orcs with their hearts torn out and stuffed inside of lighthouses. It doesn't seem to matter, not yet.
So both the weapon and your condition require death.
Blood, specifically. Not exactly an uplifting story, I'm afraid. Apologies, but if
Well,
we're
it's good
if we're to continue on, and if there's to be any measure of trust, it was time that you all knew.
Well, not an easy situation to be in, that's for sure. We'll have to. I don't know. Who knows what we'll encounter? Maybe by the end of our adventures, you may have served it well enough. Maybe we can find
Perhaps.
something to break the bind.
Perhaps. And in the meantime, good company makes things easier. Smile at everybody.
Just not tasty company, I hope.
No.
Laughs
Raskin
nervously.
has just been sort of listening to all this with great interest. Just takes a big puff of his pipe and just kind of says, well, if we're going in here to fight a whole bunch of orcs and ogres and trolls and whatever, I, for one, am glad that we have got an angel of death on our side.
Angel of death. I like that.
I kind of raise up my whatever I'm drinking out of. The guinea pig.
I was gonna say the guinea pig.
The toasted guinea pig.
Like the IPA stuffed in the squirrel.
Oh God.
Cheers.
Raises my guinea pig. Hold my guinea pig.
Brilliant.
Oh man.
Alrighty. Anything else you guys want to chat about before we settle into watches?
No.
No.
You think about the guinea pig?
Just thinking about, I'm like, do you know the bits at the end, the like American Pie movies where they're all like holding up the red cups, like nodding at each other?
Yeah.
It's just one
Just guinea pigs.
But it's a guinea pig, like.
Just with his neck bent over with the cape. Like, oh God.
Like a furry little Capri Sun.
Oh,
Tremendous.
oh God. All right, I'm going on my watch.
Right. Wisp takes first watch while the rest of you sort of bed down around the fire for the evening. More sated and ready for some sleep. Wisp, would you care to roll for me one perception check?
$25?
Smashing. enter a state of hyper awareness. Probably because someone just told you a bedtime story that sounded like an absolute nightmare.
Y'all asked. I'm sorry.
But your watch passes uneventfully, and you can safely wake your relief knowing that no immediate threats are in the vicinity. Who was next to watch?
Mal.
Well, okay. Go ahead with a perception check.
Yes. 11.
11. Okie dokie. You're sort of somewhat distracted by the revelation of what you just learned about your old friend. It's more than he had shared with you in the past, and although you'd always known that something really bad had sort of happened in terms of his family and stuff, to hear it put in such stark and graphic terms has really just turned your head a little bit for now. But thankfully, nothing seems to be amiss. Your watch comes to an end. You can wake up your relief. Third
Cheers.
watch. Was
You
Nico
going
on?
out?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Perception check. 11.
Guess you're sort of feeling a bit vulnerable and, you know, maybe a bit worried that you might have overshared, or that what you've shared with your friends might have, you know, might have made them think differently about you, or might have scared them, you know, a bit more than they already were, to sort of be in your presence when you're feeling the hunger. Again, you're sort of distracted, but nothing seems to be too bad. You can go ahead and bring up Vale for the last watch.
11. Is that 3 11s
That's
in a
three
row?
11s in a row. Yeah.
Weird.
Your mind is like after kind of you've had your long rest and you managed to sort of get off to sleep. You're now feeling yourself as dawn approaches. Your mind just racing about the revelations of the previous evening, and you know, what does it mean? What you know, whatever this is that's given this power to Nico, like, what does it want with him? Does it want anything? You know, why is he with us? Does it want anything from us? And you're just sort of, you know, your mind's going round and round in circles, and you don't notice that at some point during the night, your camp has been sort of loosely surrounded by 4 well-heeled looking gentlemen, well armed, and as sort of the day begins and the world comes back to colour, and as the rest of your colleagues wake up, the apparent boss of the 4 of these guys speaks up and sort of says, sort of greets you brightly. Good morning, my friends. Did you enjoy your evening's rest in our territory? You'll be paying the toll now, of course.
Good morning. What is your toll?
Oh, well, how many of you? There's 6 of you, so 10 gold each, so 60 gold, please. Will do.
I will trade you. I will
trade you a guiding bolt.
I will trade you your lives for 60 gold.
You do drive a hard bargain, but I think I'd rather have the gold. Everyone roll initiative.
And I'm gonna. Oh fuck!
Excellent. And this before the fighting starts, it's just Nico just breaks into this big, huge grin and just goes, "Finally."
People.
Are we actually rolling for initiative? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
19. 19. Yes.
Right.
Got
I am
14.
gonna try and because I can't find a piece of
Oh,
pen anymore.
where's initiative again?
It is
Next
to the left
your
of your
armor
armor
class.
class, underneath your proficiency bonus, which is underneath the short rest button.
Ah, there it is. Got it. 15.
Right. Okay, so 20 plus.
22 for Vale.
Okay. 15 to 20.
Yep. 15.
19.
Yeah, 10 to 15.
Got 14.
What did you roll, Max?
8.
Smashing. Righto. So, as
Are we fighting
elected,
again? That happened so quickly.
as elected mouthpiece of the party, and also the person who rolled the highest initiative, Vale,
Is there a battle map or no? We're just
No.
doing it in the mind. Okay.
in the mind.
I am going to use half my movement to stand up. I'm assuming I'm not standing, right? I'm assuming we're all laying down, or
Well,
Because
no,
I'm all
fight laying down.
you would have been on watch, so you would have been alert enough that you'd probably standing against something, or at least sat
I
down rather
am
than being prone.
going to hold on. I'm going to cast Bane as my action
Okay.
on the leader and 2 of his buds.
Mhm.
Up to 3 creatures of your choice that you can see within range, which is 30 feet, must make charisma saving throws. The DC is 15.
Okay. It's probably only the leader and one of the other guys that are in range. Then, if it's a 30-foot range, the other 2 are kind of out behind you a little bit and a little bit further out.
Oh, is there any way that I could move to get 3 of them?
It would mean, so the sort of wall that I described, it would mean sort of either getting on top of that or over it, so that they would all be in range.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, make an athletics check for me.
Okay. Can I use acrobatics?
Yeah, if you want.
Like parkour? Parkour!
Parkour.
16.
16. Okay, yep. You describe it. Fire away. What are you doing?
I'll just assume I'm like 10 feet away from the wall. Gonna take a running start. Gonna make a leap. Throw myself up on the wall, and I'm gonna throw my arms out. What are the thingies? A drop of blood. I'm gonna hit my fucking thumb on my sharp shapeshifter tooth. Cast Bane, which is verbal, somatic, and material. And Bane 3 of these dudes, hopefully.
Cool. So what is it? Charisma
They
saves.
must make charisma saving throws with a DC of 15.
Okay, so for the bandit captain is now a 20, so he succeeds, and then for the other 3 banditos.
Oh, just 2 more.
2.
One. I can only target up to 3 creatures.
So I rolled a natural 19 and a natural 20. So Bane fails
Motherfuckers.
on all 3 targets.
That's cool. I mean, that's cool. All right, that's fine. And then with my bonus action, Is there a way for me to, if I were to drop behind, I want to drop behind the wall so that I have cover from as many as possible. So like bonus action dash to drop behind the wall.
Okay.
However it means that I'm not in sight of however many as possible.
Okay, so you can get out of sight of 3 of them.
Yep,
So the
that's fine.
captain and the 2 guys at the side, but there's one guy that's sort of now about 25 feet away from you,
Okay.
kind of directly in front of you.
That's my
Okay,
turn.
cool. That brings us to
Me.
Nico.
Not me yet.
Okay.
Not you yet.
Unfortunately, my weapon is not in my hand, so I have to summon it. I'm still on the ground at this point, or
Sleeping, yeah, just having woke up. So half
Okay.
your movement to stand.
ooh. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that thing where
Don't do the big black bubble, please.
that thing that where you just kind of like float to your feet.
Okay.
My action is going to be to summon the bloodletter, the melee version.
Okay.
How close am I to the bandit leader?
Like 20 feet. 25 feet.
Okay, so not enough to make it. Not quite enough to make it there with half movement, even with
No.
35 feet movement speed. So okay, I've used my action to summon the bloodletter, and I'm just gonna start making my way towards him, just glaring at him the whole way, and just you'll see like the light flicker in my eyes as I hit him with Hex for my bonus action, and you just made the mistake of your life.
We'll see about that, my son. What do you do with Hex?
Place a curse on a creature you can see within range until the spell ends. You deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target whenever you hit it with an attack. Okay. Also, choose one ability when you cast the spell. The target has disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability. I really wish that I had been able to do that before we hit him with the charisma thing. That would have been cool. Ability checks. That would have been... Ability checks would have been... Yeah.
Ability checks are like acrobatics or...
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna give him disadvantage on acrobatics checks. Seems like it might be useful.
Yeah.
And if he dies, I can use a bonus action to curse a new creature on a subsequent turn.
Okay.
But yep, that's my action, my bonus action, my movement. That's all I got.
Alrighty, malfeasance.
So how far am I from him again?
From the bandit, they've kind of got you roughly in about a 25-foot circle. So, like the closest.
How many are there?
There's 4 of them. So, like a 25-foot diamond, if you will.
Okay. So, how much movement do I get in a turn?
Well, half your movement to stand up.
Okay.
And then whatever else is left of your movement you can use to move.
How do I measure that though? I don't understand.
Like, so what's your speed?
I get an extra 10 for that level 5 thing.
Okay.
Where is speed? Oh, speed 40 foot.
So
speed.
You use 20 feet of movement to stand up. You can move 20 feet.
Excellent. Perfect. So can I move 20 feet towards the bandit leader? And then can I use rage as a bonus action? So I cast rage like that. And then I'm going to hit him with the greatsword, +1.
Okay. Roll your attack.
Oh, that was damage. Shit. 14. Oh, 22 because it's +8.
Okay, yeah, that hits. Yeah, roll damage.
Yeah. 8.
I like that other number better.
Yeah, never mind. Can't really claim that one.
Okay. So you kind of bounce yourself up from resting, just sort of grabbing your +1 greatsword as you do. Sprint towards.
Oh, hang on. With rage, actually, it's +2, isn't it? So wouldn't it be 10?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So and just as you do in one movement, you just sort of throw your body at this bandit captain, raging, just screaming at him. Bring your greatsword down towards him, and just like rake him right across the front of his chest. He kind of takes his 10 points of damage, and he looks down and sees the blood, and he just goes, and he shouts back in your face. He's ready for a scrap.
Oh, and do I not have an extra attack as well?
Oh, you do, yeah. You can attack twice when you make an attack, so you can roll again if you wish.
Yes, please. It has to be the same weapon, I guess. Yeah.
Yes. Aye.
Oh, 9
Misses.
to hit. Damn it.
So as he sort of shouts back in your face, having kind of taken that first wound, it just sort of takes you back a step as he's moving towards you, and you sort of swing wide with your second shot. And that brings us to the bandito's turns. So the bandit captain is going to go first. He is going to make a multi-attack on you, malfeasance. So first off, he's going to swing with his dangerous-looking scimitar that he holds in one hand, with a 14 to hit.
I don't know if it hit.
What's your AC?
Oh, 16.
16 misses. And then he's just going to follow that through in like a whirling movement, with like a kind of backhanded stab with his dagger, which is also going to miss. So you manage to just kind of get back on your toes and sort of dodge both his attacks as he sort of swirls towards you with dagger and scimitar, and you manage just to kind of duck yourself out of the way.
Masterfully dodge, yeah.
Slip both shots. The bandits themselves, the one that is facing you, Vale, is gonna take a shot with his light crossbow. So that is a natural 1. Piss. He is gonna misfire, so he aims his crossbow, pulls it, and like the sort of mechanism gets blocked by something, and he's sort of shaking it, and nothing's happening, and that's the end of his dumbass turn. Similar for the bandit on the left, who's going to take a shot at Nicodemus, who's the other standing target, with a no, that is a 13 to hit.
17 AC.
17 AC, piss. Okay, so he's also going to miss. So again, he kind of levels his light crossbow, takes his shot, and just the bolt just whistles past and kind of embeds itself in a tree, just like ineffectively. And then the last guy, the guy on the right side, is going to do the same. And I just rolled a natural 2, so that's also a miss. So the same thing happens. So, yeah, so basically, these are the most inept bandits in the whole entire world, apparently, then, because every single attack out of 5 attacks that they've just tried to make have missed. Certainly not the best crossbowmen in the world. Okay, that brings us back to the top of the order with your good self, Vale.
Wait, Wisp?
This
And
thing
Nick's
Oh,
Yeah,
Wisp,
fine.
sorry, yeah. Sorry, Wisp.
Yeah.
Wisp and Nick still.
Yeah.
I'm just not used to going last.
Okay, so I stand up, right? Like that's the
Yep.
thing.
So that's half your
Okay,
movement.
so I stand up. I'm gonna use Toll the Dead on the
Okay.
main guy.
What does
Yeah,
that
I
do?
feel like if we kill him, the others might run away.
It says, I point out one creature you can see within range, and okay, blah blah blah. The target must succeed a Wisdom saving throw or take 1d8 necrotic damage. If the target is missing any of its hit points, it instead takes 1d12 necrotic damage. This is cantrip,
Okay.
so I don't know what I do, but I'm gonna use it.
Go away, go ahead. And click the buttons.
So do I do the? Because the one it shows me is 2d8, but it talks about 1d8, and then it mentions 1d12. So I don't.
Let me have a look.
Comes
Oh.
2d8 at this level.
Yeah, at higher levels, the damage of the spell goes up.
So you were doing what, sorry? Toll the Dead?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it
So
says
it's a
spells.
wisdom save for the bandit captain, yeah?
Yeah.
I
It
rolled a
says when you
17,
reach-
so success.
When you reach 5th level, the damage goes up to
But-
2d8
okay.
or 2d12.
Yeah, well, yep. So he takes no damage on a successful save then, yeah?
Yeah, no damage.
No damage. I rolled a 17. So no damage. Anything else you want to do? Bonus action?
I
wise?
don't think. No, I think
You
that's
got
it. I
any
don't think I can do
bonus
anything
action?
else.
Okay. Cool. Next. You are up.
Okay, so presumably I'm laying down, but is Nox like? Does Nox have their full movement?
I mean it's easier for Nox to get up from lying down, I guess, than you are, so I will allow Nox's full movement.
Okay, and how far is Nox from the bandit guy? How many
The bandit,
feet?
like 25 feet-ish.
To pounce with Nox.
Cool.
If it moves at least 20 feet straight toward a target before hitting it with a claw attack, the target must succeed a DC 12 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Okay. Cool.
Nice.
But how do I roll the claw attack thing?
That should just be... Right, let me see if I make my save first, okay?
Okay.
So, 7 plus... Strength mod plus 4. So 11. What
It was
What that?
12.
12, okay. So I am attacked and knocked prone. So your claw
And if the
attack-
target is knocked prone, the panther can take a bonus action to make one bite attack as well.
Okay, cool. So your claw attack is your D20 plus 4 to hit. So roll your
Okay.
attack.
Let me get back to my character. So D20 plus 4. So 21.
Yep, cool. And then your damage is 1d4 plus 2.
So 1 plus 2 is 3.
Okay. And then you can make your bite attack, which is just the same thing again. 1d4, d20 plus 4 to hit.
$21 again.
Hits,
And the bite
and then
is
it's a
1d6.
d6 plus 2, yeah.
So 2 plus 2 is 4.
Okay, cool.
Fuck him
And
up.
That was all one attack, right? So I still have a second attack?
So the claw attack was one attack, and the bite attack would have been a bonus action because you got that for being able. You got the ability to use that bite attack as a bonus action for knocking him prone. Yeah.
Now I don't know what to do.
So does that use her ranger actions? Isn't there like later on in levels, like eventually you can do more, right? Is
You
that
do,
what it
yeah.
is?
You can knock later on. Knocks can attack independently. You still get your own, but I'm not sure. But I think is that maybe level. I want to say level 6.
I guess I'm just gonna have Nox bite him again because I'm still technically on the ground. I don't have enough movement to stand up, so.
Okay. No, I think that would be all. That would be all Nox has got is the pounce with the claw and then the bite follow up. That would be it.
So I guess I'm done then?
Seems that way.
Okay.
Cool.
It doesn't have movement to stand?
Well, I
Oh yeah,
used it.
you could stand with your movement, yeah.
But didn't I use it when I moved Nox? Or
No,
is their
Nox-
movement separate from mine?
Yeah, the movement's separate.
Oh,
So you can-
well,
And if
I
you
guess
want to
I'll.
be technical, like Nox didn't use any movement to really stand. They just used the action to pounce, right?
Yeah,
And
even
half
so, even
movement,
Yeah.
either way,
like-
you have enough movement left to stand up. Okay, so you're now on your feet, ready
My
to
feet.
fight on your next turn.
Yes.
Cool. Brings us to you then, Phil.
Alrighty, I'm going to. Were all of those attacks on the bandit leader?
Yeah, none of the other guys have taken any damage yet.
I do my best damage when other people are there. I'm going to use my bonus action to steady aim at the dude who misfired on me,
Okay.
and then throw it to gain advantage
Mhm.
on my next attack against that dude. And I'm going to throw a psychic dagger at his face. Well, maybe not his. It's not a called shot. I'm just doing that. Yeah.
Go ahead and make an
So I'm just
attack.
gonna be like. Right. That. Oh my god! Why can't I figure this out? That is a 27 to hit.
That hits plenty.
All right, and it is a sneak attack. 1, 2, 3. I need to roll one more of these. 9, 15, 17. For 23 damage.
Okay, so that was psychic daggers.
Yes.
You summon the daggers into your hand, one back, take aim, and then you just see a flash of purple, just right in the forehead. He drops down and the purple disappears.
Oh no! I think you should give up now. And then I'm gonna peek. Is the wall really tall?
Tall enough that nobody else would have been able to see that happen.
Is it long? Like, can I run to the end and kind of peek around, like be ready to come around the wall towards them?
What's your movement speed?
30.
30. You could get to the end of the wall.
All right, I'm just gonna get to the end of the wall, so I still have cover, but I'm like
Mhm.
next turn I'll be able to like do something.
Yep.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, cool. Nico.
I'm still stalking towards the bandit leader that I hit with Hex, so I'm going to use the rest of my movement, or I'm going to use my movement to zip up towards him,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to use my bloodletter, and I'm going to practice my new little maneuver that I learned from my my patron to hit him twice.
Cool.
All
Alright,
right.
attacks.
Okay, so first one is 14.
Misses.
And the second one is a 17.
That one hits.
Okay, so it's 1d6 plus 6 damage, and then I gotta roll the d6 necrotic for hex.
Okay.
Alright, so 10 plus 5. So 15 damage total.
Oh, okay. So as you sprint over, just following through the moves that Canchelsis drilled you with when you were in his realm, he manages to dodge the first blow, but then just your preternatural speed takes over and just nips back and catches him right across the stomach. You see where the wound has been drawn across his belly, like streaks and tendrils of like black necrotic damage just starts to sort of spread across him. You see him once, and now he's pissed, kind of thing. Malfeasance, you're up.
Well, great sword works most of the time, so let's do that again.
Okay. So you're still raging and all that, and
I didn't take any damage, yeah, so I can still rage at him.
yeah.
So 24 to hit,
That would hit.
and then 18 with the rage damage.
Nice.
That's the first hit. And then can I do the same again? Or is he dead?
No, same again. He's still standing.
12 to hit?
That's a miss.
Ugh, never get the second one in.
All right. So with the first strike was 18 damage. Okay. So again, you just swing your greatsword down towards him. Really catches him just sweet, like just right in there at that point where where his arm sort of meets his shoulder, and you sort of feel it rub in between like the joints of his arm, and he's looking pretty hot right now. But it is his turn, I believe. So he is going to again make 2 attacks on your good self, Mr. Project. One with the scimitar. That's going to miss, and then his dagger. 15.
No, I'm 16.
Like shit for everything except for checks right
I
now.
think at this point, Mal's kind of dancing around him whilst it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like rope open him like Muhammad Ali. Just like cool. Okay, so the wound on his arm's really telling as he spins. You can see like there's just no force behind the blow. He's looking lethargic as he comes at you with the scimitar and the dagger. You just find it easy just to get right out of the way. That ends his turn. And brings
Real
it
quick,
to
Scott. Because I used steady aim, I couldn't move, so I'm still next to the wall,
Okay.
back behind the wall.
No worries. Okie dokie. That brings it to one of the other bandits. Let's see if I can hit someone with something, eh? So, the bandit over on the right side is because he's just seen you take a big chunk out of his boss, Malfeasance.
He's trying to get a hit on me, is he?
Take aim with his crossbow.
Trying to impress the boss.
Motherfucker. This is a 9, this is a miss. This dice is going in dice jail.
Dice jail?
Yep.
That's right. We have people who don't know about dice jail.
We're changing D20s. So yeah, so he takes his shot and misses. The other guy having the very same idea misses as well. So yeah. This is ridiculous. fucking worst bandits in the whole of Faerun, man. Could I cow in the arse with a stick? So like simultaneously, like both of these bandits just sort of take aim with the crossbow, loose, and you just see the bows like pass like right over the centre of the camp, and just like disappear off into the distance, hitting absolutely nothing on their way through. That brings us to you, Wisp, in the order.
So it's just the main dude and the two bandits left,
The
right?
main dude and those two bandits left. Yeah, you have one dead bandit thus far.
Please go to the bathroom.
No worries.
I guess I'll use Sacred Flame on the main guy.
Okay.
They must succeed a dexterity saving throw.
Dex save. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Drop the dice. Well, that's 17.
Son of a bitch. Okay. I got nothing else.
Okay, no worries. Over to you then, Nix. What did he take? Doesn't take like half damage on a successful save or anything like that on Sacred Flame, does he?
Doesn't say anything about it, no.
Okay, and then he does.
Sacred Flame, your cantrip?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. That's why
Gotcha.
you don't take half the cantrip.
Okay, Nix, you're up.
The big dude from where I am.
Can you what?
Can I see him from where I am?
Yep, you get a nice clear shot if you want one.
Okay, I'm gonna take a nice clear shot. My longbow.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll your attack.
24.
Hits.
6 damage.
6. Okay.
I should have the stupid thing first.
So that you pull back and that takes him. You pull back and loose. That takes him right in the already wounded shoulder, like hits him right in the wound where Malfeasance has like literally like just seconds earlier, like withdrawn his greatsword. Your longbow arrow just like whistles through the air and just catches him in the same place, and he's just like lets it an almighty scream. But he's still standing.
I'm still standing. I've wanted to say that all morning.
Can I just fire another arrow at him
You sure can.
for my second attack?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that might not hit. 12 to hit?
That misses.
Yeah.
So like as he's rolling about in pain and rage, your next shot just whistles past his shoulder. Doing nothing. Which brings us back to Vale.
Jumping up on the wall.
Jumping up on the wall.
Yeah.
Acrobatics
Natural 20
check.
for my acrobatics check.
Deft as anything.
Throwing
You're
a fucking psychic dagger at this boss bitch. So and because there's somebody within 5 feet, I get sneak attack if I hit.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker, I rolled a 1.
Yeah. Oh.
It
was going so well.
So you summon your daggers into your hand. You take a running start towards the wall. You leap up, land on top of the wall, and as you draw back to throw the dagger, like your momentum just carries you forward just a bit too much. You fall forward off the wall as you loose your dagger, and it just disappears off into the distance. And you land you land on your feet and still ready to fight, but you've lost your chance at doing something really fucking cool looking to kill this guy.
All right. So second attack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's much better. Let me get to my offhand dagger. 23 to hit.
That hits.
All right, still a sneak attack because it matters on only once per turn. So, but there's only a D4 base. my god, I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 2! 4, 5, 7, 12 damage total.
Okay. So as you land slightly less than gracefully and a bit red faced, your next dagger, just like with the like carrying behind it that annoyance and that rage, throw it extra hard and extra accurately, and you just catch him in the same exact spot as you got his friend just a few seconds before, right in the middle of his forehead, in the middle of a scream. At the scream of about the other arrow just going into his shoulder, his voice just cuts off, and he falls down dead.
Yell at the other 2 bandits, "It is time to run!"
And that is exactly what they do. The 2 other bandits turn tail and run like fuck. Yeah. Although,
I like how a lot of our encounters
I guess on their
just
turn.
missing.
I guess on their turn. Yeah, so we are, I guess, technically still in combat. So, Nico, it's up to you. If these guys can survive for their turn, they're going to bug out.
Get your meal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double
So I'm
dose.
I'm still in combat with this guy. Is the boss dead?
Boss is dead.
Boss is dead.
You'd be about
If I-
25 feet from the next
Fuck
nearest
you.
bandit.
Oh, okay. Okay, I can make it there with 35 feet of movement. So I'm just going to so since he's dead, I'm going to use my bonus action to move Hex over to one of the other guys.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to vampire zoom my way over and just bite him in the neck.
Cool. Roll your bite attack.
He's with a hit. One crouching Nico.
13.
That hits.
Oh, good. So piercing 1d4 plus 4 piercing, 8 plus the damage from Hex, I think. Let me double check. Okay, yeah, with an attack, so.
Yep.
Holy max damage, Batman. Alright, so he takes 14 damage total.
And drops down dead under the weight of your bite. You vamp over to him, chomp down on his neck, take one healthy, large draft of his blood. Same necrotic tendrils sort of issue out from the wound, and his life is gone. He falls down dead.
Nice.
And that
So I need to make.
however much that heals you as well. If you won't need any healing.
No, I haven't needed healing, but I can add the piercing damage to the next ability check or attack roll I make. So I gotta write that down because there's no way for Beyond to track it as far as I know.
Yeah.
So 8.
Cool. Malfeasance is you're probably again similarly within about 25 feet of the only now remaining bandit. Run over there and tap me a great sword.
Me? Was it me?
Yeah.
Did you say? Sorry,
Yeah,
it
it's
cut
your
out.
turn, man.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Give it a bash. Okay, go ahead, roll your attack. Your first attack.
25.
That's roll damage.
14 with rage.
14. Nice.
Is he still going?
Oh, yeah. They've only got like 11 hit points, these guys. So, like, so again, like, you having watched the bandit captain drop under Nyx's arrows and Vale's daggers, and having seen Nicodemus dart off to have himself some breakfast.
Didn't want to be outdone.
You turn on the last bandit, as you said, not to be outdone, with rage in your eyes, the red in your skin, just looking angry and as if fire's about to
Picturing
burst
Red
out of
Hulk.
you. And full Red Hulk at him, as you just run with a great sword behind your head and bring it down, whoomph, and just take the guy, cut him right in half down the middle. And he just falls in
Nice.
2 halves.
I love it.
They should have not. They should have just did the trade.
Don John. Can't even roll initiative for Don John. Don John's
Oh,
just,
well.
Don
John
John's
just
still
wanted to see
chilling.
what we had in us.
Yeah, he was like you.
I'm just chilling with him because I didn't do shit.
He's just sitting there watching this, like,
Don John sounds like Ryan Bacon, like. They got
I was gonna
this.
say, I feel like Don John's just like, they got it. It's fine. I'm gonna smoke my pipe, make some breakfast.
no, even
So
better
how's
after.
that guinea pig going?
No, even better after Mal cuts the last guy in half and the halves hit the ground with a sickening plop. That's when Don John wakes up and is like, "So sorry, dozed off. What did I miss?"
Yeah, Don John just wakes up and he's like, looks like I made some action. Who wants breakfast?
Why does he remind me of the Drifter right now?
And then I'm just holding the bandit. I have already breakfasted, thank you.
Breakfasted?
Now that I'm done with him, I'm dropping him.
Okay.
We go for
Cool.
something.
You
So I was laying here, and then they snuck up on me. I'm sorry. And he was like, "Oh, it's 10 gold per piece for the toll. It's our territory." And I was like, "Well, we could trade." And he was like, "What? Blah blah blah." And I was like, we will spare your life if you for 60 gold." And he chose death, so
Yes.
I'm glad you got something to eat.
But don't forget to remind me to be diplomatic when we find the orcs fail.
Yeah, that's true. We do have to do that. You know what? Diplomacy will only take you so far, and a lot of it has to do with the other party. If they don't agree, sometimes you just have to kill them.
Bandits bad.
so anything else you want to do right now before you
No.
Just for the sake of it, I want to drink the other dead guy.
You're just gonna wrap yourself in 2 halves and just.
what, just like hold them together?
Wait a second.
Wear my
Actually,
glove.
oh no, I think it's probably actually got water in it. Damn, I should have bought an extra water skin before I left town. Oh well. Do we have like? I know we've got like the ponies that we bought from that we're using from Thornton. Did they have like extra supplies like that, like water skins and stuff?
Yeah, they had a couple of water skins and stuff in them. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna fill up a water skin with blood from one of the dead guys and carry it with me.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
world's
there's-
grossest Capri Sun, but I figure I might need it.
That's what is it? A goon sack? The Australians call that. It's like the inside
A
of a
what?
wine box. A goon sack. That is in Australia. It's like the inside of a wine box with a straw in it, like the foil, but they call that a goon sack.
That's a new one.
Yeah, there you go.
I never heard that. Never heard that before.
Ask your Aussie friends. Since maybe in chat. He'll maybe know. Okay. So nobody wants to have a search about the bandits, no?
Oh yeah, we could check the
Yeah,
body.
let's do that.
Yeah, okay. So the kind of henchmen bandits don't really have much on them. Looking over the 3 of those, you come up with like 75 copper and 30 silver pieces. None of their weapons or armor is any sort of better than
Mhm.
what you guys
What we got.
already had.
Do any of them have a rapier?
No, just the crossbows and scimitars. The bandit captain, if you recall,
Are
was
they light
also
crossbows or heavy crossbows?
light.
I can't hear anyone all of a sudden. Hello?
Yeah. no.
Oh no.
If you want to search the bandit captain, I'll take an investigation check from whoever wants to do that.
I'll search him.
Cool.
19.
19, okay. So the first thing that you notice is that the scimitar that he's wielding is slightly different from the ones that you found on the other guys. It is at least silvered, if not magical. But its blade has been coated in silver. Also, you find in one of his boots a kind of long silvered ornamental dagger.
Ooh.
He also wears round his body. He has like a kind of bandolier type situation happening. Which there are lots of little kind of pockets and stuff like that in. It again doesn't appear to be anything particularly special, but there are lots of little kind of pockets for.
Color is it?
It's like a kind of dark brown, almost black.
Does anybody really want this bandolier? If not, I want to put it on.
Okay. And as you search through the pockets of the bandolier, you find some caltrops, like about half a dozen caltrops. You find a bag of ball bearings with around 700 ball bearings in there. You find 65 gold pieces. And then it's also got like spaces for crossbow bolts and daggers and like vials for potions and stuff like that, but none of that stuff's in there just now.
Okay, there is 65 gold in here, and there is a silver dagger that I'm going to keep, and there is a scimitar,
Yeah,
which I
silver.
could use.
Also a silver scimitar. Yeah.
It's a silver scimitar, which I could use, but I don't know if anybody else,
Not I.
It is
No.
it is a light finesse weapon, so it requires finesse.
Sounds like you're a
I'll be
strong
happy
suit.
with my great sword.
John kind of looks over at you and you say that he had some silver weapons on him?
Yeah.
I guess being from around here, he'd need them. Were rats all around.
Do they do good
Interesting.
damage to were rats to the dungeon?
Oh, you wear anything. Wear wolves, wear boars, wear bears, wear rats. You can't hurt them with anything other than magic or silver.
Okay. Someone needs to take it then.
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't think
taking it.
finesse is me. Yeah.
No,
No,
it's not.
certainly not my strong suit.
Looked over
I-
at the body in
the-
2 hours.
There is 65 gold, but I think that we should get everything together and then split it up, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I mean? Like
cool.
after we, earn some money from these.
You hold
jobs.
it for now. That's
Just
fine.
because it's not divisible by us.
I've long since ceded the bookkeeping to you.
All right.
So, with that, you sort of have your breakfast, try and kind of let some of the adrenaline run out from your early morning combat encounter, and the day lies ahead of you. So, are we heading toward Coneyberry first, or are we
Yeah.
going straight towards the Shrine of Savras?
Thought we were going to the shrine.
You can get the shrine done first, I guess. Is it closer or is it?
Yeah, shrine's
Slightly
on your
close.
way to if you're going to go to Butterskull or whatever, then the shrine's on your way. Okay. So the remainder of your journey It would take about. What's that? 1, 2. Would take about another half a day.
Right.
So, I take it, Jen, are you gonna lead again?
I think Jen's at work now.
Oh, that's right, now. All right, okay.
I'll take the lead if you want.
You take the lead now. Okay. Well, I can, or on Jen's behalf, I can mix it up. Okay. So
Don't want you to be. No offense, but we don't want you rolling today, Scott. On our side.
Fucking hell, man! I have to buy all new dice after today. Okie doke. Right. So. Okay. So that's a 14 perception for next there. So heading off towards the shrine. Just kind of keeping a close eye on the sky. Thinking about being in Cryovane territory, worrying about white dragons and stuff. Keeping an ear open for any more owl-boar screeches, any more of those same bandits. But nothing seems to perk the senses. After an afternoon of travelling, you come across a ruin that stands in the middle of a vast field, just north of the rocky foothills of the Sword Mountains. An old stone temple with a belfry jutting from its peaked roof is enclosed by stone walls. Many sections of the walls have collapsed at the trail ends at a crumbling gatehouse, the doors to which were wrecked long ago. 3 of the 4 towers that once stood at the corners of the outer walls have collapsed. Only the northeast tower remains, and a guard stands atop it. And that is where we'll leave it for today.